What's up with you? What's up with you, bro? What's up with you? Look, Trump. More Trump, bro. Just when you think you've heard it all, you've seen it all, and Trump comes up with some more stuff. You know, Trump's never won any medals, and he's never served in the military. He's been president, but that doesn't put you in the military. He's not in the military. And he constantly on his Truth Social, he posts all of these photos of him in military garb, with Eisenhower, with all of these prestigious presidents. You know, he'll even have himself in the AI image of the ballroom with Abraham Lincoln. Well, no, not Lincoln. Well, yeah, Lincoln, Ben Franklin. I think I saw it was Benjamin Franklin, and he'll be dressed in period outfit of the time. And this is him. This he keeps saying the staff. Trump posts that stuff on his page. That's Trump's. Truth Social belongs to Trump. He posts. He wanted it like that. He went and bought. I mean, this guy. This guy is such a narcissist. This guy. Not only did he want to have a truth like a not a social media, he went and bought a whole platform. So and he's in charge of it. And this stuff, him and his military outfit, that's offensive. And there's a term called stolen valor. And once again, he tries America, man. He does it again. He tests America, see how far they'll let him go. Now, this guy, there's a black guy, you may have read about him as a child, under segregation, World War II, Pearl Harbor. It was a black guy. Let me go over here and we can go over the whole thing right here. December 7th, 1941. Let's go over this guy's achievement. This guy's a huge hero. He's a Navy hero. He got the Distinguished Navy Cross. Only black person to get it at the time. This was under segregation. And like I said, many of these black people had every reason. Doris Miller, Dory Miller. Many of these black people had every reason to have disdain for their country, to have an attitude. I'm just here for me. I'm gonna do what I got to do. I'm here to be a cook. I'm not here to be to shoot guns. Well, this guy, he was a mess attendant, second class, USS West Virginia. His captain took rounds and was mortally wounded. From the mess decks, right? This man went up. Let me see. Let me right here. Right here. Here he is, right here. We got the story right here. Born in 1919, Waco, Texas, joined the military in 1939 as a mess attendant, one of the only occupational specialties then open to a black man. January 1940, he was assigned to battleship USS West Virginia, stationed out of Pearl Harbor. The severe damage to the ship during the early phases of the December 7th attack prevented Miller from manning his assigned battle station, seeking to help where he could. He was ordered to the ship's bridge to help move his captain. The captain was mortally wounded with shrapnel in his abdomen. Doris Miller was then ordered to the port side anti-craft guns to load ammunition for an officer. After performing this task, Miller was on his own initiative loaded and manned an unattended gun and fired at incoming Japanese plane. Although untrained, he laid down effective fire and stopped firing when he ran out of ammunition. And you got to understand, they were firing at him. So as he was shooting these guns off, he was topside, shooting with no formal training. He was a black man, segregation. He wasn't allowed to do this job. He put his life on the line. He went topside. He gave up ammunition to an officer, then manned a gun that had no one in front of it, and shot off fire at these ships to mess. They couldn't get their bombs and everything. He stayed aboard the ship until the ship began to sink. And even then, he persisted in helping his fellow sailors to safety until he was finally forced to make his way to shore. He himself at that time escaped injury. And this is during a war. He was reassigned to the carrier Indianapolis, reassigned to a aircraft carrier during war. After you went topside, after you put your life on the line. Pressure from the NAACP led to Doris Miller's identification and presentation of the award, despite the resistance of the command not wanting to honor his efforts during the Pearl Harbor attack. On April 2nd, 1942, Miller's efforts on the West Virginia were documented on CBS radio. I don't know his name. Remember, we used to be in the black and white. We were a big radio country. And they cited him. A black mess hand was cited for valor under a theater of war. He didn't do you hear these people who say the blacks, what is this? He said, we want to get rid of all of these programs for black people. The blacks are just going to run out. The very minute pressure comes, blacks going to, he didn't do that. He could have, what I'm trying to tell you, he could have ran and hid. This guy was a mess clerk. He could have ran somewhere on that ship and hid. He didn't do that. He went right up to that officer and say, sir, he reported for duty. And they said, well, you need to go up top. We believe the captain is taking some fire. And he went up and he helped bring him down. He helped salvage that captain as much as he could. Then he came right back and reported for duty. This is under fire. This is with flames coming up. He reporting for duty. This mess clerk, and he went upstairs. He went topside and he loaded guns and helped officers load guns. There was a gun that was unmanned, and he went over there. He wasn't told to do it. He went over there and he loaded that gun with ammunition, and he began to lay down fire against Japanese aircraft that were laying down fire at him. The ship sank. He helped as many people as he could. The NAACP found about this man's valiantry. They did not want to award him. He was a mess clerk. This is segregation. They don't want to highlight the efforts of blacks. They were forced to do it. The Navy was forced. They didn't give him his rightful rewards, but they was forced to do it. And this man continued to serve. He didn't get out. He continued to serve his country. They tried to get him the Medal of Honor, and they didn't give. That was not allowed for him. Franklin D. Roosevelt approved Miller for the Navy Cross. Admiral presented Doris Miller the Navy Cross on board the USS Enterprise May 7th, 1942. First time a black man, black serviceman, under segregation, only allowed to serve as a mess hand, only allowed to cook, clean, prepare the meals of the other servicemen, stood in his dress whites, second class, and a USS Admiral under Jim Crow pinned the Navy Cross until his his chest. And this individual then the Navy detached Miller to participate in war bond tour with white heroes from 1942 to 1943, making him the first African American allowed on a speaking tour. His portrait appeared in 1943. This is under Jim Crow, brother. On a Navy recruiting poster under the words above the call of duty. Miller was then assigned to the escort carrier USS Bay in June 1943, returned to the war. This man went back. He went from 2 ships. He was serving on 2 ships. He got this award. Military said, okay, we need you to do war bond support promotions. He did that. Then they said, okay, he got new orders. This is a man who requests, this is a man who say, hey, I don't want to sit this war out. I don't want to sit in the back and be some political photo op. I joined to serve. I want to serve my country. This guy went in back. He went back. He was assigned to the USS carrier Liscombe Bay in 1943, returned to the war. His ship was struck by a torpedo fired from a Japanese submarine on November 24, 1943, during the Battle of Nankin in the invasion of the Gilbert Islands. The explosion detonated the ship's bomb magazine, creating a devastating explosion. The ship sank in 23 minutes. Over 600 of the crew of 900 were lost, including Miller. His parents were notified of their 24. This man was 24 years old. He did this at 20. He had 24 years of life, lost his life, was in Pearl Harbor, fought, continued to serve, went back, volunteered, went back into the war, and gave his life. While not wanting to recognize Doris Miller, he became a role model and served as a rallying cry for desegregation in United States Armed Forces. He was not someone who wanted to be recognized. So even him having to go in front of crowds and being put on posters, that's not why he joined. This was a man who wanted to serve his country. He wasn't seeking no fame, but he was proud to help the standing of African Americans in the military. And he said he prayed that the United States would do right by the African Americans in the country. His patriotism, his bravery, they have still a call. His family has pushed in for him to receive the Medal of Honor for his bravery. They haven't gotten that approved. That comes through Congress. And because of his heroism, they decided to name, I'm looking at this now, they named a medical center in Waco after him. And on January 19, 2020, the U.S. Navy announced construction of an aircraft carrier, USS Doris Miller, an honor traditionally reserved for U.S. presidents or other high-ranking individual. The ship is scheduled to be commissioned January 2030. And this is where Donald Trump has decided to interfere once again, and he would go after a black man. Donald Trump, in an abuse of power, has decided to delay this man's honor and delay this man for his family, his survivors, and stick his name on that carrier. That's not meant for him, but he wants to stick his name on it. Now he wants to receive it now so the people know he'll be getting that. This man, died? This man died on foreign shores in 1943. June of 1943, this man died in the Gilbert Islands, fighting for the freedom for all of us, me, you, all of us. And he has not received the Medal of Honor. He has gotten the Navy Cross. His family consistently have tried to get him recognized with a Medal of Honor. And they decided to build a ship and put his name on the ship because of what he was meant. And of course, Trump has interfered and wants to take this ship and put his name on it. And this will be the first time a president in office has been able to be his name put on a carrier. It takes about 10 years, 10 to 8 years to build a aircraft carrier. And you do want an aircraft carrier. You don't want it on a frigate. You don't want it on a supply ship. That's not bad. It's better than nothing. But if you're going to name it, you want to be, this is a guy that the United States military, they recognize this guy. He's symbolic of what you want. And of course, Trump, in Trump's racism, right? His racism won't allow him to honor a black man with respect. He wants to, he shouldn't interfere with this man's honor. This man deserves the respect. And all of us know him. I know everybody, we grew up as children. We saw this guy. Under segregation, this man manned a gunship and he shot off fire and he saved lives. And what people got to understand is black people could have had this anger and this bad attitude about the way they were treated in America, and they couldn't do this. This man, he carried no grievance with him. He went on that boat and he was prepared to give his life so that me and you right now can sit around on YouTube and just sit around and enjoy freedoms, man. And that's why you honor this guy so that we will remember his sacrifice and his effort. You got Trump. Trump was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's rich. He's on Broadway, Fifth Avenue. He has a Trump Tower. He had a yacht. I mean, look at this guy. He's president now, and he wants to take from the family of this man. He wants to rob this man of what he did. Trump would never do that. This man has given up his life. His life. And look at Donald Trump. Just how disrespectful. How long does the family have to wait, Trump, till they die off? Just disrespect this man. To put your name on a United States carrier. You just said you didn't give a damn about the people. You wanted them to stay out there longer. You don't have no respect for the United States military. You have no respect for their sacrifice. You have no respect for them. And now you want to put your name on one of their ships. You walk around, you post yourself on Truth Social with all of these medals. That's disrespectful to the people serving Trump. Don't you know that? Trump, don't you know that's disrespectful? You don't put yourself in a military uniform unless you're in the service. And even then, you got to put yourself with your rank. You don't go and stick a bunch of medals you haven't earned. You don't stick a bunch of medals on yourself. You haven't earned the medals, Trump. You don't know what it's like, Trump. This was a black man. And they told him, you can only come on this ship and be a cookie. You can come over here and cook for us. You can wash pots and pans. And this is segregation. And you cannot do this. You cannot do that. And that man showed up. When the shooting started, he reported for duty. He went in front of his officer. Reporting for duty, sir. He didn't run. He didn't hide in the kitchen. He said, well, we think the captain's under fire. Can you go up top and help the captain? He went up top and he brought that captain. Unfortunately, he wasn't quick enough, but he brought that man's body down. And then he went right back to that off, reporting for duty, sir. Well, we need some help with the ammunition. Go up top and help the officers shoot at the planes. He went up top. Miss bullets coming down. He went up shot. He went up top. And he loaded those weapons. And when he saw an unmanned gun He saw one sitting there, and he saw the boxes of ammunition. He went and he proceeded to load up that empty one and start to shoot without any training to try to shoot at the enemy. And that ship sank. And in the process, he helped who he could. And fortunately, he survived. But once again, he reported for duty. He was sent to another ship. And when they wanted to, the NAACP fought to get him a reward, an award or a medal. That wasn't him. That was his family. That wasn't him running off at the mouth, being a nuisance. Hey, where's my medal? Hey, you guys owe me something. Hey, man, what are you going to do? He wasn't doing that. And that's what I'm saying. We've forgotten people like that. We've forgotten people who are like that. Selfishness. He don't want nothing. I'm reporting for duty, sir. We're under fire. What do you need? Well, you need to go up top and do. He goes up top. He's willing to give his life to serve his country. He's not running around talking about I joined for the GI Bill. He's willing to, and he gave his life. And he gave his life. And he said he don't care for fame. They put his face on a poster. He was like, I don't even like that. I didn't join for attention. I do want my people, I want all of us to be treated fair. He said, I hope what I've done has helped the plight of the Negro be treated fair and equal. But he didn't sit around and complain about it. He didn't sit around and run around and say somebody owes me something. Hey, you owe me something. And Trump wants to take this man's honor and shine his shoes with it and disrespect this man's legacy and his family and say, hey, put my name on that ship. Abuse his power and threaten people. Why you got to put his name on there? Why not me? And Trump, you had an opportunity to serve your country. You chose not to. Why are you going to disrespect this man like that? Why are you doing that? Why are you spitting on this man's grave? Why are you doing for what? What do you get out of this? What do you get? What does this give you, bro? You're a billionaire. You're a billionaire. You got more money than you could ever spend. Why you want to be president? Why you want to be president? You're 85, 84. I mean, I think he's 80 or something. Live your life, bro. Maybe you get a nice little 25-year run. Don't rain on this man's parade. Don't do that to him. He hasn't done anything for you to deserve this type of disrespect. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? And this is where we are, man. This is where we stand. Trump wants to have the ship meant for him, built for him, and put his name on it. Meanwhile, he's posting pictures on Truth Social of him in military garb and hanging out with generals, military generals, and hosting flags. And this is where we are, man. Now we can't even get the respect for our fallen. Where are we going to be as a country, man? If we don't respect those who have sacrificed for us, man, don't you understand? These people, they drowned to death in the hull of a ship. A ship. That ship sank. They couldn't get out of it. And those people sacrificed for you and me. And we don't care about them now? We don't care about them? Why not? Why don't we care about them? They did the ultimate sacrifice. What are you doing? Are you sacrificing? What are you doing? But this is Trump. It happened today, brother. I know you don't want to hear it, don't you? And this is Trump. And you know what about dignity? Trump. Trump. You don't need this, Trump. Trump, you don't need an aircraft carrier. Trump, you don't need this. Why take it from him? Why take it from anybody? Wait your turn. He waited his turn. He didn't even want it. His family, the NAACP, said this guy deserves a medal. He said he did what he did. He did because it was the right thing to do. He was going beyond the call of duty. He believed in his fellow man. He had a faith. This was a praying man. This was a man who he harbored no resentment. Oh, you can only come on this ship and cook for us and clean for us. And he went on that ship and he did that. He didn't harbor resentment. He didn't walk around saying, who you guys think you are. I could do the same thing you can do. He accepted the way things were. And when under fire, when a lot of people would have ran, he ran to the officer in charge and reported for duty, where he was reassigned to go up top. And he returned. He came down, reporting for duty, sir. And he was reassigned, go up and help the officers and load the weapons. And under fire, he went and loaded those weapons, and he saw a gun. And he took a box of ammunition, and he went and he shot. And they reported, the officers reported he was laying down fire. He wasn't just shooting in the wind. And they couldn't believe it. This guy's never been trained. And he stood and he railed off that turret. And because of his race, he was denied recognition until the NAACP got involved. And they wouldn't give him the Medal of Honor. They gave him the U.S. Navy Cross, a black man, first time. Admiral came down and pinned it on his chest. Now, let me tell you this. You guys got to understand. An admiral, right? He don't make the rules. He understands Jim Crow. He doesn't make the rules. But he also understands valor and honor. And be damned, he's not going to let that go unrewarded. Believe that. He understands what it means to do what that guy did. So even despite his fellow troops having issues with pinning medals on Negroes, he said, no, from this one, I will. I don't call me what you want to. He deserves it. Did you see what happened? Did you hear what happened? And now and then he goes on to lose his life. And Trump wants to take him. That's not the only carrier being made. That's not the only carrier that's under construction. Trump wants to interfere with the black man's carrier. He wants to take his. Well, give me the one that the Negro's on. Give me his. Because I deserve it. Because I deserve it. This is a billionaire. This man was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's president. They got the Bitcoin. They running all types of money hustles. And he can't let a United States serviceman, a man who did all for America, Trump. You kissed the flag, Trump. He died for it. He died for the American flag. He died when he didn't enjoy the same freedoms. And by no way, shape, or form was he born with a silver spoon in his mouth. You want to interfere with this man's honor. because you on some type of ego trip. This is disgusting. This is sick, brother. And I think that he doesn't realize he's borderline getting into sick. He's sick. I mean, this is sick, man. He has no respect for those. Brother, you got to understand, man. You anybody who served, you got to understand, man, that it's hard to serve. Nevertheless, give up your life. Man, you already denied America. You already denied your benefits of being in America. You're in a foreign country. You're under fire. You got the normal, natural reaction of everybody, self-preservation. But you have to overcome that. He said, reporting for duty, sir. How would you like to be an officer and the ship's taking fire? And the cook, with all the people, is running to you, reporting for duty. And you're trying to get everything together, and you say, well, go up top. I think that I hear the commands under fire. Can you go up to the turret? Can you go up to the main cabin and see what's going on? And you drag down the body of the captain. And you, attention, reporting for duty, sir. And he's got to be looking at this guy saying, what? Well, then can you go help the officer up there firing? Go up there. They need you up there. Go and ask them if they need anything. Go help them. And then you find out that this guy, not only did he go up, he let off about 2 boxes of ammo, and he held down, he detoured planes that were making runs at the ship and other ships. And he did it without fear. And he was a cook. He wasn't hired to do that. And not only that, he reported for duty. He didn't run off. He didn't say, hey, I about had it with the service. He manned up and he reported for duty. And he got another carrier. And he went back. And it took the NAACP to give him his record, to recognize his efforts. And they pinned the medal on his chest. And he did some PR for the military for a while, but it was only for a couple of months. Guess what he did after that? He was reassigned to another carrier. Well, no, it wasn't a carrier. It was reassigned to another ship that was sank with a Japanese torpedo. And this guy was not, he wasn't what these internet, the day of the internet didn't exist in. See, he's not, that guy, he's nothing the men we have now. He's not like these clout chasing, tap-toeing imbeciles who are ready to hop on Twitch and clown and show you a wad of money. That was a man who loved his country. That was a man who gave it all. And he deserves our respect. He deserves that, man. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not up here to beat my chest, bro. I don't know if I could have done that one, man. I'm serious. I don't know about that. Go up top. Wait a minute. You want me to do what? We need you to go up top. Man, they shooting up there. I'll take the court martial. Well, no, I'm joking on that. But what I'm saying is, we were a country. See, that's what I'm saying. We've changed, man. We've changed, man, across the board. Not just all people, black, white, whatever you want to call them. All people. We're different people now, man. We don't care about each other no more. And Donald Trump, look at him, man. He wants to put his name on a carrier. And he doesn't even like the military. Here we go. Let me get rid of this racist in my chat box. Hold up. You guys can't see beyond race, can you? Even in a case like this, you still running around talking about Trump derangement syndrome. And it's sad, bro. You can't see beyond your racism. And a lot of you hate the military. A lot of this MAGA people, they hate the military. Now, this is the same guy, Trump, who claimed Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk now deserves a statue, and I need to lower the flag for Charlie Kirk. I saw Donald Trump say that about this man. He wants to lower the flag for Charlie Kirk. He was assassinated. Meanwhile, this brother, born under segregation, showed America that his country meant the most to him. He wants to disrespect this man and spit on his grave and put his name over his and steal his moment. This man's a billionaire. When you talk about you don't need it all, brother, you don't need everything, do you? Do you need every moment? Are you just jumping up and down for attention constantly? And even MAGA. Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Even the hardcore Trump fans, you guys know this is too far, man. It's not even necessary, man. Let that man have his moment. That man died for us. That man didn't say, I'm only going up here to save the black people on the ship. That man went and saved. This man was under segregation. He died for his country. Let him have his moment, man. Let all of them have their moment. They deserve our respect. Veterans Day, why not? Don't they all deserve their moment? Aren't we all grateful? A lot of us, man, you don't know what it is to go over there. Go over there. You can go to college here, man. You can sit back in America, go from high school to college. You can do your years in college and get out, get you a nice, good job, make 100,000, 200,000. By the time you're 30, you're making 700,000. You got a couple of cars, couple of houses, couple of kids. You're living your best life. And then you look at World War II. Look, this guy deserves our respect, but there was a lot of people who died. I see those people, man. Doris Miller deserves our respect, but I'm not trying to discount his sacrifice. But go and look at the fallen, man. Go and look at all of the people who passed away. Go look them up. Go look at World War II. Go look at Pearl Harbor has a you can go into Pearl Harbor. They got pictures. You can see all the white officers, the white service members who lost their life, man. They never had opportunity to have the things that you have. Never. Cable, they don't know what that is. Lived off the radio, and if they were fortunate, a black and white TV. Never had that. Let them have their moment, Trump. This is ridiculous. Look, there's got to be Marco Rubio. I know we know that you got to say something, Marco. I think Marco's got a little. You got to say something, Marco. You got to tell them, hey, no, don't do that. Let the military be the military. You know, we're the politicians. They honor the people who sacrifice. Let them have their moments. Why do you want to interfere with them? Why do you want to try to stick your name on that ship? That's just, and it's, I'm telling you, man, don't make it I am. I'm open, but I'm telling the world, look, don't make it a race thing, okay? No, I'm serious, man. And I'm saying in a sense that this is an affront to America. And he said she should be ashamed of himself. He should be absolutely embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed for something like that to even happen. Guy said he seen that Trump was pushing that AI picture right there where he got all those medals. Isn't that the Medal of Honor, the one he got? Yeah, bro, that is. If that's the Medal of Honor, Trump, you should never put Trump. You could do the fake medals, but the Medal of Honor, you don't want to play with that one, Trump. I think that's a punishable offense. I don't even think you can buy that. I literally don't think you can buy a Medal of Honor. I think that has to be awarded to you. I think it has a serial on it. You can't. They don't want that medal. You don't play with that one. That means a lot. And why can it mean a lot? I don't understand why people have a problem with that. Man, that's the military. Let them honor the people they want to honor. Those are their ceremonies. Why you have why do you have a problem with that? And just think about it. I want a Medal of Honor to do what with? Did you earn it? I just want one to do what with? That's what I'm just think about that. What are you gonna do with it? You didn't earn it. Well, you don't deserve one. My granddaddy got one. You know what? Let me come over there and take a look at it. Wow, a Medal of Honor. That's prestigious. It's supposed to be like that. Is that a Medal of Honor on Trump's neck on that photo? Is that a Medal of Honor? And yeah, you're gonna have people who are disassociated and they have an axe to grind against the country. You're gonna have people like that, okay? Um, we need to forgive those people. I hear some of the stuff. I'm looking in the chat box. I forgive you. I absolutely forgive you. The stuff you're saying, something's going on in your life. I forgive you. But Trump, you got all the money you can spend. You're still alive. You're past your life expectancy. Brother, what do you want? You want everything? You want to stick your name on everything? And do you realize in the process of what you're doing, you're hurting the descendants of Doris Miller? You're hurting them. You're causing pain for them, undue pain for that family. Why would you do that? There's got to be limits, man. There's got to be limits. And even the Supreme Court, I mean, I ain't nothing they can do about it, but I mean, if you're an American, man, and you love America, you got to let this guy know, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. We love our military, man. We need them. We need them. And we're at war right now. And this is the way you repay them? By walking around in a fake uniform and then trying to put your name, use your political power, abuse your power, and stick that on a carrier and disrespect this man's family and spit on his grave and his memory. I don't know where we've become, man. We've lost our way, brother. Well, I know why. We know why, huh? But we've lost our way. It's sad, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Trump, there's times when I just don't even want to even look at the things he does, man. It's just so disgusting. It's so disappointing. It's so sad. And remember, he's rich. See, you guys got to remember this, right? It's called retirement. You know how people retire and they go off to live their best life? And you talk to them and they say, yeah, man, I'm glad I'm retired. Hey, man, I gave them 40 years. I'm on my second wife. My kid is 5. I got to focus on my health now. And I'm glad I'm retired. This guy don't want to retire. You know what this is? If this was an office, Trump is the guy who you would keep seeing sticking his head. It would be a little thing saying Employee of the Month. And you see Trump's face down there. You'd be like, isn't that the guy who runs this place? Yeah. Yeah. They say, what is he? Was he an employee? Yeah. Yeah. We got to put him there, man. Yeah. He gets upset if we don't put him there. So, yeah, I've been here for 5 years, man. He's been the Employee of the Month for the last 5 years. And they said, but don't he run this? Yeah. He owns it. So, whoa. He owns this. He's got a yacht. He's got fancy cars. He lives in a mansion. And he can't let the people who work for them have a little Employee of the Month. He wants that too. Yep. He sure does, man. And we can't really talk about that here, man. So yeah, not him, man. You gotta understand. You don't know him. It's guys out there like that. I didn't know that was Trump. It's guys out there like that. It's guys out there like that, man. I don't know what's going on with him, man. I don't, man. And here come the politician guy. I mean, here come the politics. I wonder what Fox News. Fox News. Trump is really making your job hard. Greg Gutfeld. And what's the other guy name? What's the guy? Titus. the black, the guy that guy ain't black, but anyhow, the guy who has on the big chain, that guy have on a big chain and a hat. And that guy though, that guy is so far, that guy do not like black people, bro. Titus. I wonder what they're gonna say about Trump. And this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. This is unforgivable, but this is disrespectful. This is disrespectful. Oh, you know what? The Congress can do it. No. The United States Congress can censor Donald Trump, brother. I ain't saying the Senate. They can push it on up to the Senate. They can do that. You cannot act a fool, man. You cannot do that. See, Trump gives people the wrong impression. Trump has the entire United States Senate in his pocket. They protect him. You can't do that. What Trump doing? You can't. Can you imagine Barack Obama walking around with fake medals and a fake Medal of Honor on his neck? They'd get. It wouldn't be accepted. We know Trump. The Fox News spent 2 weeks talking about a brown suit and how they said it was disrespectful to America. This man posts pictures of himself in military uniforms, and he's out of uniform. Anybody within their right mind know those medals have to be, every one of those medals have to be lined up properly. He's out of uniform. You can look and see that they don't go to where he just got them. He just put a bunch of medals on his chest. And the poor brother, this good brother who sacrificed it all for America, he can't get, and he's been fighting. He's been fighting racism and injustice. His family's been fighting because of what he's done. And proper acknowledgement. And the guy is not political. That guy didn't go out there and try to campaign for him. No, all he did was love his country. And what Trump repays him by disrespecting his memory and pissing on his grave. And abusing his power, which he can do. Yeah, he can do that because he can turn the screws, he's got the power. And they turn around and say, hey, we're going to put Trump's name on there instead of his. And where's the outcry from America? And why even have a military if it's okay for Trump to do this? Why have a military? Why have one? No, I'm serious. If it's okay for him to just come in and disrespect the memory of someone and disrespect the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice they made for their country during a time of war under Jim Crow, it's okay for him to do it. Well, why even have a military? What are they fighting for? They're fighting to be mistreated? So they're out there right now for 90 days to be what? Disrespected and mistreated? Wow. Wow, that's crazy, bro. That's insane, bro. Why even have one? If we don't care, we no longer care about each other, bro. What are we fighting for? Here we go. Here comes the bigots and the racists. And I think Trump, see, I'm going to tell you, this is where I have to give Trump credit. I swear, I just got to give him credit. Trump knows everything he's doing, but he knows the level of bigotry and racism that his supporters have. He can do no wrong. Somebody put Barack Obama in the chat. He knows that. He knows. He said, I can literally do anything and they will defend me tooth and nail. In their eyes, I can do no wrong. Somebody in here said, Barack Obama, what did Barack Obama have to do with this? Like the stream, bro. Hit the cash app, man. Support the platform. We're going to keep it going, brother. We tell the truth over here, brother. We're going to keep doing it. And if you're a guy and you didn't go to Vietnam, leave the people who did alone, man. Like, I mean, come on, what? Why you want to bother them? Why you care what they do? Putin must be laughing, bro. And you know, Trump said that the absolute nonsense that he knows the Korean dictator. That guy don't mess with Trump. It's got to be. You're right. He said being an American must be so embarrassing. Yeah, Australia, all these other countries are looking at us. Russia, Ukraine. I'm saying they're looking at. They have a military. All these other countries have militaries. They have ceremonies. They gotta shake their head at this, man. This is so disrespectful. This is beyond disrespectful right here, bro. He said, if you're embarrassed, you're the problem. Yeah, that's a MAGA. Close up here. She's MAGA. She's MAGA. Yeah, you're right. Most Trump supporters are too stupid to realize they've been outsmarted. Yeah, man, he's got to change this, man. And even his cabinet's got to say something, man. This is ridiculous, man. And people say he's just trolling. Why? Why? What for? What? Okay, his trolls though are real disrespectful. Don't you think so? There's certain things you don't play with, right? You don't play with the dead, man. You don't. Somebody's passed away. You don't go and spit on their grave and talk about them or take their memories and do things. You don't do that, man. I don't know, man. Can we recover from this? And this is the world this is what we've created, man. This is the world we live in now. Trump's world. Where he gets anything he says gold, and all for all we know, Trump's gonna try to erase that guy from United States history. He's gonna go in there and say, "Hey, let's get this guy out of here." He might be what he's trying to do. Say, we don't want to name no carrier after this guy, this black guy, because we want to change their history. We want to act like he didn't exist. They're changing black history. They're changing all the black history. They're erasing it. They're erasing it. I don't know, man. I'm lost on this stuff, bro. I'm confused. Trump wants it. He said, "Why is Trump trying to do it? Because he can." It's called abuse of power. When Obama was putting his library, getting ready to open that up, Trump put all types of social media posts about the one he's going to have, and he's got stooges. He's convinced stooges to believe that any criticism of him is TDS and Trump derangement syndrome. This man, brother, he don't care, man. Yeah, it's nothing fake about it. Go Google it yourself. There you go. How he wants to do it. He said he wanted to do it, and they are trying to change Black history. So when you think about it, if you're going to change Black history, you don't want this guy to get no carrier. How you going to get rid of the carrier? How you going to explain the carrier? Trump changed all those bases back. He really don't want to see Black people get the proper credit. So the bigots in the Heritage Foundation probably don't want to honor this guy. They probably don't want to honor him. And Trump's like, okay, well, how about we just give it to you? How about we honor you and Trump don't care? Because when you really think about it, man, can he really be that petty? Trump can't be that petty, but this sounds like something the Heritage Foundation is behind. That's what it sounds like. We're lost, brother. There you go. That's a lie. He said Trump has done more. No, he hasn't. They push that lie out all the time. Now he's going to take this man's ship. He's going to take this man's ship now. This guy's up here lying. That's a lie. And it's always the black man on the bottom, brother. Always. Always. Yeah. Take what the black man earns and use your race to just claim it. And nobody has a problem with it. Like the stream, brother. We dropped the join link, man. We had to cover this, man. We had to. And this people should be furious behind this. I mean, you should be absolutely enraged about this. We have to support our heroes. We have to support our heroes, man. Or what are we to become? And the Heritage Foundation is trying to erase Black history. Perhaps this is the whole point. We don't want that carrier named after that black man. Give us some time. We'll erase that he even existed. Or maybe some of them called him woke. Maybe they called him woke. Maybe. Maybe they referred to him as woke and DEI. And Trump's one of those guys. Trump just doesn't respect black people, man. He just does not respect their accomplishments, their achievements. He's going to belittle them. He's going to make fun of them. If they have anything of value, he's going to take that from them. He's going to Jim Crow him. And that's what he's trying to do to this black man right here. He's trying to Jim Crow this brother. He's not going to let them be proud, brother. he's going to take from them. Yep. He said, how they going to name a carrier after a guy who hides in a food cart? Yep. They are. Because he's going to abuse his power. So he thinks he's a king, so he wants his name on everything. He does. Yeah, he's been given every advantage that you could dream of, and it's still not enough. You know what that reminds me of? It's like when you see the movies and you'll see the king's men or even the king, and he'll go into the little village and there'll be a guy who's a farmer and he'll have 3 kids and a wife. And not the king, but one of the men will say, we're looking for your daughter. And he'll say, huh? I love the king. I serve the king. Yes, but we would like to talk to your daughter. And basically they take the man's child, and the king has 300 concubines, and they take the man's child. And while the man sits there in pain and his wife in pain, and the king just takes him. And the man's willing to die for his king, but it sort of seems like that's what Trump just going to take anything he can from these Negroes. He's going to take everything from them and disrespect them. Yeah. And he looks at the world, he just thinks he deserves it, man. He said, he haven't earned one medal. He hasn't earned any type of medal, but he thinks he deserves to have his name on a USS aircraft carrier. Trump wants to honor himself. And in the process, he's not honoring the man who's rightfully due this honor. And this is disrespectful, brother. And there are limits. There should be limits for you. There are limits. There are limits, man. And I'm sorry, you know what? I still believe in America. And this is not a black issue. Where are the Glenn Becks? Where are the patriots? Where are the American patriots? Where are they? Where are they? I mean, come on, this is not a black issue, man. You don't do this. You don't take from the military. They have their own ceremonies. Where are the Glenn Becks? Where are the so-called American? Where you at, Sean Hannity? Where you at, Mark Levin? What are all of these diehard America first? Where are they? Where are they? What's up with you, JR?
Man, play you crazy, man. You said, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Go up top? Man, they're shooting. You crazy as hell, man.
I'm just being for real, JR. Man, they shooting us. I'll make you an omelet. Hey, JR, I'll make you an omelet.
I'm staying down below, man. I'm not going up on the top deck. You crazy, man. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, hey, I mean that does take a lot of valor, man, a lot of honor, to do that, man. And in those times, man, I mean, it was a wartime scenario, man. So uh salute to him, man. Salute to Doris Miller, man, for his character, for having high character and going up there and doing that for sure, man. The whole, thing with and this, hey, this picture, this picture of Trump is crazy, man. Like,
Yeah,
I
Trump posted
look,
that. Wait, hold on. Trump posted that
hey, that's crazy, man.
on Truth Social. Yeah,
Why would he post that, man?
I think the guy in the back is some military general. The one you can see both of those guys. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that's that's crazy, man. Why?
Yeah,
Why would Trump?
isn't he out of uniform, Jr.?
Shit, I don't know, man. That's a lot of accoutrements on on a goddamn uniform, man. But that's crazy for Trump to post that, man. That's crazy as hell. But it's not out of the ordinary. So that's the sad thing about it. It's not out of the ordinary for our current sitting president to post things that are utterly ridiculous, man. So, but yeah, that's a lot going on, man. That's a lot. It's a lot of medals.
Hmm.
That's a lot going on. A lot of recruitment's going on. But uh yeah, look, with the whole aircraft carrier thing, man, I think it was one. It was tremendous honor, and who knows, maybe the Navy still go through with it, but definitely a tremendous honor for Doris Miller, to honor him, to honor his family, the sacrifice that he gave for the country. But I will say it is out of the ordinary for that to happen. They name ships in the Navy after, service members. That is a thing, but they don't name aircraft carriers after service members. Those are usually for, well, not usually, they're for presidents for the most part. They make some exceptions here and there, but all the aircraft carriers that are currently, you know, now in commission, they're all named after presidents. Uh, it's never, giving that dignity to a sitting president. So for them to even be tossing this ideal around, like, high ranking Navy officials, that's kind of like, that's odd. Like, oh, okay. You got so many other presidents to choose from, and we going with the current one, like, at least let them finish the term. But, apparently this ship is not supposed to be commissioned until like 2034. So it could
No, no,
probably
no.
go
It said
to
it said 2030.
2030. Okay, excuse me, 2030.
Yeah.
Well, sheesh. He'll just be what, 2 years out of out of this second term.
Hmm.
So that
And
is
how you gonna give it to him over? Don't you have Biden and Obama and all that?
I mean, it's just so many, man. So
Clinton, is there a
man,
USS Bill Clinton?
nope, it's
Yeah. How
not.
is he gonna jump the line like that?
You just jump in the line, man. So I I I don't know. I find that odd, but uh, if this does happen, man, hopefully they still, find it somewhere in the Navy to honor this service member, because it seemed like he did something really heroic, man. And I've actually learned something about I've served, but I didn't know anything about Doris Miller as far as what he did in the Navy. And
Mhm.
that's pretty outstanding. So hopefully they find something if they decide to do this whole
No,
Trump naming
no,
the aircraft
no,
carrier. Hopefully they go and name a destroyer after Doris Miller or something like that.
no. You know, a destroyer. Name a destroyer after Trump. No, no.
But I think that'll be a bit sleight of
Why the
hand.
brother? Why the brother gonna get? Why you gonna do the brother like that, bro?
I don't make the rules, man. I'm just going off the obvious. Like, all the aircraft carriers that are currently commissioned are named after presidents. So, but I do agree. Look, for his valor, for his act, that's probably the highest honor that you could give, to his family at this point, to say, all right, well, we're going to commission this aircraft carrier, first of its kind, after a Navy service member, and for him to be black, like that definitely hit home. But
Yeah, but look at what he
it's out of
did.
the ordinary.
Look at
Like,
the
it'll be the
sacrifice he
first
made.
time. I,
Look at the
I
sacrifice he made.
I agree with you, and I don't disagree with you with it being named after him. What I'm just stating that it's not ordinary. It's out of the ordinary for them to do that. But he made a tremendous sacrifice, and so I understand why they go ahead, or why the go ahead to do that, came about. But it's out of the ordinary for the Navy because aircraft carriers are named after presidents. I don't think it's like a written rule. That's just kind of like what it's been, you know, for the
No, no, it
thing.
says that and it was people who made special sacrifices.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. You got the
So
USS Independence. Um, you got carriers that don't have like,
president names, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, for the most part, majority of them are named after president. Like the one that's in the news now, Lincoln. Like, So, but yeah, it's crazy that, like, why a black man? Like, yeah, why does it have to be a black man at this point in time? And stuff like that. Who knows? Do I think Trump is asking for it? I don't think he's personally asking for it. I think it's a lot of step and fetch, when it comes to senior officials,
hmm
cabinet members or congressmen or women are bringing it, to the forefront to say, oh, we should do this in honor of Trump. And then, by the time it gets to him, he like, well, hell yeah, if y'all gonna do it. Shit, I ain't gonna say no. He one of them guys. Well, if y'all want to do it, I ain't gonna say no. But I don't think he personally like sat there and, like, oh, you naming it after this black guy? Oh, hell no, put my name on it. I don't think he personally did that. But if it came out, later reports come out that he did, I'll be like, that's some wild shit, man. Like, that would be some wild shit. But for
Well, I don't think
now, it's
the
only
problem is
speculation.
he doesn't care.
Oh no, that's why I said by the time it makes it to his desk, he's not, he's not gonna take the time to research and, okay, it's named after this person, or why was it being considered named after, he not taking the time to do that. Come on now. Nah. He don't even give you them type of vibes that he's gonna take the time to do it. This the same guy that posted on True Social pictures of Barack and Michelle as apes, and was just like, "Oh well, no, my staffer sent it to me, so we just put it up. So somebody just send you something, you just posting shit. He not vetting anything.
Yeah, well, I
Something
don't
that
believe
take
that though. But I don't
yeah.
believe. Yeah,
I mean
I believe
that's
he is. I think he's supposed. I think he does that.
that at least that was his explanation though. So I can only go off his explanation. Now, do I
Mhm.
believe that, you know he posted it himself? Hell yeah, I could truly believe that. But his own explanation was that a staffer, this was a whole staffer deal, and it shouldn't have been, that's the explanation at least his press secretary put out there. But I don't believe that Trump is vetting a lot of stuff. Like, once it gets to his desk, I don't think he's taking that time into consideration. I think he's looking at all the other people around him, like, okay, well, if y'all vetted it up to this point, hell, I'll just sign it. Because he made a big deal about Joe Biden with the auto pen. This mofo just signing anything. Like, he literally signing anything that come across his desk, and that's the scary part about it.
hmm
Like, the things that he made a big deal about leading up to this presidency for him. Joe Biden auto pen, Joe Biden this, Joe Biden that. And now documents make it to his desk. There's no thought behind it. He just signing the shit. And then he looking at we've seen it. We've seen it when he's in the Oval Office and he's looking. Yeah, so we're signing this for, and he's waiting for the people to explain. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he'll, say a few little words and just sign. He don't even know what the hell he's signing. He just signing. So he probably don't know nothing about Doris Miller, honestly. It just made it to
Um,
his desk, and
well,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
Trump
I
know
don't
anything
think he
about it.
knows anything about him like that. But I think that he don't care, and I'm saying that's the whole in point that he could give a damn about him. He's like saying, "Hey, do this for me."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's what I
you
mean.
right. Yeah, you right. I
And
don't think he give a damn.
he's being told to do that. He's
Yeah,
being told by the people there to do this. He's saying, "Hey, why don't you just do?" Um, and he's being informed. People are telling Trump to do things.
yep. That's all it is. They tell him to do it, and he's just a front man for it, man. At this point, it's a cash grab for him. He getting this money. He getting to. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Him and his family, they getting to the money. Follow the tea leaves. They are getting to the money when it comes to all of these deals. I mean, hell, just now in recent news, uh, what is it, the brother-in-law with the whole Lakers situation and them buying the Lakers up. Like the Lakers franchise just got sold or apparently sold off like 8 months ago or something like that. And then this dude that they sold it to having financial issues, Trump and his cronies strong arming him and said, well, we'll offer you a little bit more money, but you're gonna come up off of this Lakers franchise and sell it to the brother-in-law, Kushner's brother or something like that, or son-in-law, or whoever he is, but some ties to the Trump family. It's all a shit show, but they get into the money in all forms of fashion. Come to stock market, they get into the money. Government contracts, they get into the money. Uh, he's peddling everything from shoes, Bibles, watches, cell phones. They had the Trump cell phone, right? These people, it's been over a year, they still haven't received their damn cell phone, and they was buying them $100 a phone.
Hmm.
Or no, it was like $1,000. Excuse me, it's like $1,000 per phone. People buying $1,000 Trump phones, they still haven't received it. I said that's some crazy shit, and the phones was made in China. I said, damn, cold blooded, man.
Man, it's disrespectful to this brother. It's disrespectful to the surviving members of his family. They'll have to wait a longer for this, and it's unacceptable, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
that's
it's disrespectful and it's unacceptable, and it's just sad, man. I mean, a brother, man, gave it everything for his country. Donald Trump was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
yeah,
He's been handed everything. His father gave him millions of dollars. You know, he's been handed everything. And in his late 70s, 80s, he can't let the country, the military honor its dead without interfering and just interfering.
yeah, man. That's him, man. He's always been a me guy. Some people say it's nothing wrong with that, but when it comes to the country, you can't be a me person, man. You become president of the United States to be about the people, and it just seems like it's about me. This is what I did. This is you see what I've done. He constantly uses I. I've done the greatest. Like damn, man. But
Yep.
uh, but that's him in a nutshell, man. You just hope these next 2 years go by quick, man. I caught your show this morning too when you was talking about Donald's
Hmm.
and
Byron Donalds, yeah.
yeah, man, that's
Yeah,
funny.
we got some more stuff on him.
I was like, man, that's crazy, man. I was in the gym working out. I'm dying laughing when you was talking about it. But I was like, man, that man sold his soul to potentially have that seat, man. Got on stage calling this man daddy. I said, man, I don't even call my daddy daddy. Call him pops. But
Hmm.
Byron Donalds got up on stage and my daddy's coming home. Daddy's coming back. I said, man, cut the shit, man.
Yeah, they look at Trump as daddy.
Crazy, man.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for Stephen A. Smith to call him daddy, man. That'd just be the icing on the cake.
yeah, they look up to Trump. Though Stephen ain't gonna admit it because of the power. You got to understand those types of people, like the dirt bag and the low life. They look up to Trump.
Yeah.
They wish they could be like him. They want to be able to boss people around. They want to be able to take out their anger on weaker people. Trump only attracts cowards and social misfits. That's basically what he is, a coward and a social misfit.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. I'm just being for real, yeah. That's why he don't respect someone like this Dorian Miller. He don't respect him.
Yeah.
He's black. But B, you know, um, Trump says, why do I have to look at his memory? I don't care about his memories.
Yeah. They don't exactly. That's why I said, man, it's extremely distasteful, man. But like I said, do I think do I think he, personally asked for it? No. But somebody in his camp, in this cabinet, whatever, this is conspired by them. Somebody who's close to him conspired this and brought it to his attention. And instead of him, taking the time to say, okay, but why is this specific aircraft carrier being honored with his name? Oh, okay, he did that. Oh, yeah. Then let's proceed with honoring him the way the Navy wants to honor him. Nope, he not doing that. He just gonna say, oh, okay, y'all want to name a aircraft carrier after me? Oh, shit, yeah, let's do it. Which one? Stevie, whatever whatever name or numbers attached to it. That one, yeah, go ahead. It's supposed to commission win. Yep, I'll take it. Yep, let's do it.
Yeah, Stephen Miller doesn't want Trump to honor.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he
That's
doesn't want
the
that to happen.
that's the one pulling. That's the one. That's the puppet master right there. He the one pulling all the damn strings. I'm telling you, because it's all going through him before it gets to Trump. It's all being vetted by Stephen Miller before it gets to Trump.
Yeah,
So,
and they say because they said they can. See, the thing is, there's time, so they can do it.
hmm
So it's not a question of that the things at sea and all of that. So Trump's gonna, which means this is he's got people in his family who are gonna pass away between now and 2030, and
yep,
they won't get a chance to witness a sacrifice their descendant. I mean, with that their ancestor had made for America, for America.
crazy
They're not going to
man.
get a chance to witness that.
It's crazy man.
And we in the age of the internet. That guy was the polar opposite. That guy was the polar opposite. He wanted to serve his country. He had no problem being a cook. He had no problem. He accepted that was his role. When they put him on the poster, he didn't even really like that. He said, "I just hope that everything I've done can help black people one day be treated the same." That's all he said. He didn't get into that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all he said. He didn't like social media now. He wouldn't do it. But okay, well, I'm gonna use myself. If that was me and I was in Pearl Harbor and I shot at some planes, I'm gonna run the Twitch. I'm gonna go down there and start my Twitch stream.
you crazy man. You say you going live with it, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live on Twitch.
Live on location. We in Pearl Harbor right now. Live on location, man. in the middle, in the midst of a
No, I
battle,
ain't gonna
in
do
the
it doing
midst
it.
of a war.
I ain't gonna do it at Pearl Harbor. I get home first. But no, my whole said that's we're in the age of the internet now, where everybody cloud chasing. That man, he was the opposite of that. And in the process, he died on board a ship, despite the fact being under fire, being in a war zone. He stayed in that war zone and he lost his life in that war zone. And where are we as a people where we've cut we're now we don't respect that. We
Yeah.
don't respect anything now.
But do you find it surprising? You know, I don't find it surprising. Like, this the same president, right? That said POWs, for getting captured, they were suckers and losers. I mean,
Hmm.
he said those are his words verbatim. So I'm
Hmm.
like, am I shocked? Nah. I mean, he don't care, man. This is the same president just shit last week. USS Lincoln. You're out there 9 months at sea, no port call, no nothing. It's conflict going on, stuff like that. He's, oh no, man, they should stay out there longer. Damn.
Hmm.
No thoughts of bringing them back until people literally have to complain. You got white women complaining, posting all on social media. These are the conditions that my husband, that these sailors, that this is going on, writing at congressmen and women and all kind of shit. And then now they say, oh, well, we're going to send them some relief. They weren't thinking about relief then,
We didn't
so.
used to be this way, man. I'm just saying it's so sad with Trump in office because he's tearing the country apart racially.
Oh, yeah.
He's ripping it in two, man.
He-
Someone
But
like Doris Miller, it wasn't even about him being black. It was a mess hand came to the rescue of a ship under fire and gave everything he had.
yeah,
You know,
the ultimate sacrifice, man.
yes, yes. And we used to collectively, man, without question, we honored people like that.
Yeah. Especially if you served,
Mhm.
that's probably in the Navy history books. That's probably part of your testing for promotion and all kind of stuff like that when it comes to the history and the honor and recipients of the Naval Cross and all of that. Like all of that stuff, that's a part of naval history. And it's and all in a matter of seconds. All the president gotta say is something stupid, and you get the country to divide, to be against the men and women that have sacrificed their lives for a livelihood that you live now. It's crazy, man. But he,
It's
you know, he don't
unbelievable,
he don't
but
care, man. It's money for him. So
it's
as
unbelievable, but it is the truth, man. And
it's money,
this is the
man.
world we live in. I just feel sorry for the family of Doris Miller because they won't give this man his proper respect. And it's not they and why not? And what do you want, Trump? Trump, you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
Live your life, brother. Why can't you? Why can't the family? Why can't the military honor its dead? Why not?
Yeah, because it's his namesake, man. He want to put his name on everything. He want to put his name on the Kennedy Center. He want to put his name on an aircraft carrier. Shit, he want to put his name everywhere, man. I'm surprised he don't want, like how you got a Martin Luther King Boulevard in every town. I'm surprised he don't want Trump Way in every town now. That's probably gonna be the next thing up his sleeve.
Yeah, and we had Ant. What's up with your Ant? I saw you in there. I know he changed an airport into his name. Some I think airport in Florida, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
I
mean, he
mean,
wants to be a dictator.
That's what he
But
want,
see,
man.
Trump don't understand. They love the dictators. They love them. The people love them. They want when you see the dictator and you see pictures, the people love him. It's not him forcing them. The people love him. They worship a dictator. A dictator might as well be God. They literally worship the dictator, like the dictator's God.
Mm.
Trump saying he wants America like that, man, it's just going to be very hard. Trump, is it possible? I don't know. It would take a generation. Probably would take about 2 generations for that to happen. But not like in a couple of weeks. Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
Oh no. Yeah. But like I said, man, he don't care, man. It's a big money grab for him, man. And as as hard as he is going to keep the country divided, man, he just capitalizing on it. So it's more shirts for him to sell, more shoes, more
Mhm,
cell
mhm.
phones, more, whatever little trinkets that his MAGA enthusiast want to buy, he is certainly selling to them, and he raking in the money hand and fist because they just gonna keep buying it. They gonna keep buying Trump coins, a commemorable what is it? A commemorable coin. But like, what do you need a Trump coin for? What for? What? You can't spend it anywhere. Nope, they just want it to have it up in the house to look at it. For what? For what? You can't spend it on anything. It's not worth anything. But they gonna buy it. They're gonna spend the, whatever amount of money it costs to get it, have it, and put it up in their office or wherever, their workshop, wherever. But and guess what? He just gonna take your money and he gonna take the money that you spend, he gonna flip it. And that's it.
Yes, he did, Kiki. He posted a picture of himself as a saint or a Jesus or some stuff like that. He keeps doing stuff like
Yeah. And then came out and said, "No, that's a picture of a healer. I was healing." I said, "Man, cut the shit, man." Got had the sun in the background with him illuminated around the sun. But you a healer. Man, cut the shit, man. But they got an excuse for everything. No, that wasn't a white lab coat. That was what the hell did they say it was? Something, some type of cloth. I'm surprised they didn't say it was like a kente cloth or some shit. That it was some type of cloth, a loin or something like that. It's like, God, that was a goddamn lab coat that you had on in that
that.
picture, but you gonna say I'm a healer. Man, get out of here, man.
Yeah, just the lies too, and that's a form of mental abuse. Like you could be in a relationship, or you could have a parent when people make their lies transparent. They lie, and it's clear that they're lying, but they challenge you to question them on the lie. That's a
When it's
form of
right there.
that's a form of mental abuse because you know they're lying, they know you're lying, but they're trying to see if you're willing to challenge them on the lie. And they do that, like you said, dictators do that. People who are abusive, they do that all the time. They're not trying to fool you. Like their lies, they ain't trying to fool you. They're lying to you. Now what you gonna do about it? You better not say nothing to me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you coming home at 7? Yeah, I'll be on my way. You gotta accept that. They show up at 9. You said, well, you weren't you? You said you were coming at 7. I said I was on my way. He said,
That's
what?
Trump in a That's Trump in a nutshell, man.
Yeah,
How long
yeah.
he been saying that we got a health care bill? Oh yeah, it's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see. Health, this shit been in plans for a decade. That shit hasn't sniffed anything. This man been saying the Obamacare is a disaster. I have a more sophisticated, a more intelligent, a more useful healthcare bill. It's been 10 years in the making, and he's just been stringing people along. Oh no, you'll hear about it in a month, and then a month go to 3 weeks, and then 3 weeks go to 2 weeks. Because the running joke for the longest is this entire current administration in 2 weeks. We'll let you know in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks. That ship has sailed and gone. You haven't heard them say a damn thing about a healthcare bill now.
And I remember as a kid, JR, I remember when I was probably 12, 13. It wasn't a whole lot of them, but every now and then, one of the guys, older guys, would come back to the neighborhood in their dress blues or their Air Force, in their military, because they joined the service and they
Hmm.
went to boot camp. They would come back home, and people would pat them on their backs, and and we would just look up and say, yeah, and we would talk to each other. Oh, he's in the army, or he's a Marine, and he'd have on his white hat, his Marine outfit, and he'd walk around. I'm talking about our neighborhood, man. We were just regular people. So even the people at the store, right, would come around the store. It could be an Asian man, it could be an Indian man, it could be a black man or a white man. They would come around the store. Hey, so you join, and they talk to him and stuff. And um, when you do what Trump's doing, it's like you want to take that from them. It's like you got to join to get the respect that these people earn. You can't do that, man. You can't just put yourself in one of them outfits like that.
And then post the shit.
Yeah. Is that a Medal of Honor on his neck?
It is.
Wow.
Got
See
damn
that
medal
there?
of honor,
That's
man.
not. Come on. That's look. That's he's wrong, but you don't put that on Trump. Trump.
That's low down, man.
Ain't that a punishable offense? Like you in the military, you put that on.
Yeah, stolen valor. Yeah.
No, I'm saying if I'm a second class and I'm walking on the base
Oh
and
yeah.
you
You
walking up the
can't.
base and you see me with that on my neck and
Yeah,
hold up and I haven't earned it. I just have it on my neck.
yeah, you can't get that. One, how the hell did you get it? That'll be the first question. That's the first question. Cause it's not like you could just go to the clothing exchange or clothing sales to buy that. You can't just roll up in clothing sales on a base and be like, you know what? Let me just buy that Medal of Honor right there. No, that's not how that works. So,
Hmm.
but all the other accoutrements, you can go in clothing sales and buy them and stick all kind of shit on your service jacket and stuff like that. Now, you out of regs, and that's against multiple regulations, whether whatever service branch you serve in, you can't just put whatever accoutrements you have not earned on your service uniform. You can't do that. I can't say I'm a well, they passed me over for lieutenant colonel, but I'm gonna just put the rank on anyway. I can't do that. Nah, man. I got
Hmm.
passed over, and I decided to retire as a major, and it is what it is. So I can't be butthurt about it, and I can't just go to clothing sales and say, no, I'm just gonna buy the '05 rank, and I'm just gonna put it on. I'm just a lieutenant colonel. No, it don't work like that. You know, I
I
can't
know a
pick
girl.
whatever
Yep,
medal I want to put on. I can't do that.
yep. I know a girl. It's a thrift store, and she was a model. She was fine, right? So the thrift store gets people turn. People have a lot of reasons. People pass away, and people just turn the whole uniform in. They'll have full uniforms, medals, pants, top, hat,
Hmm.
and they'll turn it into the thrift store, right? Or whatever. I don't know if they sell it. Anyhow, the thrift store will get it. And I think they bought that thing for about $10. And she took pictures in it with a butt out, with the coat, just the coat on in her lingerie, high
Crazy as hell.
heels. And let me tell you something. That woman posted that. That woman got so much flack, so much flack. Them people had a fit. They said, don't take take the uniform off. Take the uniform off. You don't do that in that uniform. And they was like, did you serve? And she said no. And they said, don't do that. And she was just trying to do a treatment. She's just trying to say, okay, um, I'm gonna do a little, like a little 14 photograph out in this outfit. And man, let me tell you something. That woman took them pictures down because she had no intention to be disrespectful, and she found out. You don't do that, man. You don't. You got to let the military have what's theirs. I just don't understand why Trump don't want to do that.
Cause he don't care, man. This is all a joke to him, man. He does not care. He does not take this serious. There's no consideration. There's no sincerity to any of it. Yeah, and you can tell the way when he speaks, when he gives, his speech. Man, he's not sincere about this stuff, man. It's cool, man. This is just another notch for him. Like I think the first term was more so to, we're gonna drain the swamp and we're gonna get after it and all of these,
Mhm.
career politicians that don't do anything for the people. It was believable, right? Because you like,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, Joe Biden has been in Congress for 30 plus years. What the hell, man? But all kind of stuff like that. Like people actually felt that. So people could, either side, they could understand it, whether you're Democrat or Republican, they could understand it to say, well, yeah, shit's been happening. Hell, people live in West Virginia, poorest state in America, but you keep voting the same person in to represent you year after year or years over the years, and nothing's changing around you. So yeah, drain the swamp, get them out of here. We want to see change, blah, blah, blah. That shit worked the first term. Then he got in there, shit started to happen, and he looking at it like he trying to run the country like a business. He figured out, all right, shit don't really work like that. So let me fine tune some things. COVID hit, kind of shut everything down. Then he just started doing stupid shit and saying stupid stuff, which was ridiculous, you know. But
Mhm.
this term, nah, this term, this is his ultimate get back. He like, I'm getting all the money I can get up out of this goddamn country, come hell or high water. Cause when I'm out, and he gonna been set the course for all his kids, for Trump
Mhm.
Jr. and what's the young one? Fucking
Mhm.
damn, what's the young son name? Forget his name, but he's setting the course for all of them. He lining everything up. They gonna have businesses in place, contracts in place with the government for years. And it's nothing that any incoming president can do because it's
Mhm.
contracts signed by the Department of Defense.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
all of that shit gonna be set in place. So they're just gonna get all of it. That money is just gonna be a revolving door for them for years and years and years and years and years. He's setting it all in place. With all the Supreme Court justice rulings that's being put in place and things like, he putting all of this shit in place for the money train for him and people that associate with him to
Mm.
continuously get hand over fist money.
Yeah, yeah, check this out. Check this out. I want you to see this. The pic has already fact checked to be a hoax. Don't believe me? Look it up. Who said Trump? That's a real picture. He's the one who get. It's his AI picture.
He posted the pic.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Jennifer. Jennifer, it's a,
boy,
it's a fake picture he posted. Who said it's a real picture?
they don't get it, Platt.
I know they want to defend him so much, bruh, that
So
they don't
much.
even make sense.
Like your president posted this fake picture. Your president posted this. He's my president too. He posted this. Our president posted this on his social media. Nobody posted this of him. No, he took the time to say, I'm posting this.
Hmm. But you know what's real? The other picture, that black and white picture of that sailor, that's real. And guess what he did? He served his country. And when the bullets started flying, he ran toward the fight.
Mhm.
And he did everything he could to help the people on that ship despite being a mess cook. And he died. His ship got torpedoed and he died. He drowned in the around the Gilbert Islands, wherever they. I don't even know where that's at. And they want to honor him and his sacrifice and his family. And Trump is interfering with that. Trump is interfering.
Crazy.
And he wants his name on the ship that's meant for Doris Miller, a man who gave his life to America. And you got people in the chat box that's making excuses for Trump. Excuses. That makes no sense.
And
And
then
I'm sorry, man. I could be wrong. This is not a black issue. This
no,
is this
it's an
is an
American
American issue.
issue.
Yeah, this is an
Yes.
American issue
It's
right
an
here, bro.
American issue, man. That's why I said I'm not just gonna say your president. No, he my president too. This is appalling. The only thing real about this photo is the hand in his face. And then he don't even have his damn hand in the
Mm.
proper placement on the salute. Supposed to be the outermost tip of the eyebrow. He got it goddamn the front of his eyebrow. So, but that's typical Trump. That's how he always salutes, getting out there, saluting shit wrong. Nobody from protocol ever take the time to correct him. Like, goddamn, just correct him, sir. With your salute, hey, tip of the eyebrow, not the
Mm.
front of your eyebrow, the
I got,
goddamn
I got
tip.
I got a question. Does it matter? Can you use your left hand?
No, it's always the right.
It's always the
Always,
right hand to salute,
always the right. Always the right to salute. Yeah.
unless you have like an injury or something.
If you have an injury, there's no need for you to salute. You injured. You ain't got no right
Mm.
arm, no right hand. You don't need to salute. We're
So if you see,
saluting you at that point.
somebody making a left hand salute, that's really a form of disrespect.
Yeah, put it down, man. There's no point. There's nowhere in any manual, manuscript for any service that says if you do not have a right hand, use your left. I guarantee it.
Mm.
Guarantee it is right. You salute with the right hand. And if you do not have the limb to salute with, then there's no need for you to salute.
I wish Kiki would hit the link, man. I see in the chat. We dropped the string yards link for her, but we happy she's over here, man. Look, we got a lot of new people, man. We try to help, brother. You guys got to help me though. Like I said, this is what he's doing. I wish he wouldn't do that. I don't want this to happen, man. Ain't nothing wrong with Doris Miller, man. He's
Nothing, man.
certainly a better man than me. I'm not ashamed. That don't hurt my ego. I just don't think I would have did what he did. I just don't. I just don't think I would have done it.
Nah, I wouldn't have done it.
That's a
I
lot,
mean,
man.
I would have listened. Obviously, as a president, you're gonna listen. Like, if it's brought to the table, like I can make the safe assumption for Obama, right? This was brought to Obama's attention to say, hey, well, look, President Obama, we're looking to name, aircraft carrier CV-91 after you. It's currently in production, and the current name that has been, bestowed upon this vessel will be Doris Miller, but it's in consideration to put your name up. I'm sure Obama would be like, okay, so Doris
No,
Miller. Let me hear more about Doris Miller.
No, 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 no.
and the
Wait, first
reason
of all, wait,
for it.
hold up,
He just
Joe.
said
No, no,
no.
no, no, Joe. First of all, he knows about Doris Miller. Obama does. What I'm saying, you can't do. Jr. You served our country. If you during your time of service, you were awarded for acts of bravery and certain things, that goes to you and your family. Nobody else can
Absolutely.
turn around and try to jump on that. Hey, well, hold up, you putting up there for JR, but can you put my name down there behind it? No, it don't work that way, man.
No, I
No,
mean, I've seen
no.
Platt. We both serve. We've seen it work that way, Platt.
Where?
It
When?
happens like that all the time, man.
Okay, when?
I've seen it. I've seen it in my service.
What
I've
happened?
seen buildings. I've seen buildings dedicated to fallen pilots,
Mm-hmm.
and their names be removed from those buildings because some official comes in and said, "Oh no, we're going to change this name to something else." I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it myself.
Okay.
Being at a, I've seen. I've been at an army installation where we've had Air Force detachment and buildings named after Air Force personnel. But since we're a detachment on a army installation, the army commander of that installation came and changed the name of the the buildings named after Air Force personnel. I've seen it. People were upset. But I've seen it, man. Seen it firsthand. So I mean, hell, we've seen it with uh installation names. Like what I think it was Joint Base Charleston down in Charleston, South Carolina. They're gonna name it Joint Base Lindsey Graham. I mean, at least Lindsey Graham served. I'll give him that. I will give him
Mm-hmm.
that. At least he served in the Air Force. But I mean, we've seen it with Fort Bragg. That was a real big one. Fort Bragg and Fort Liberty, and all of the changes and make like we've seen it, man. I've seen it throughout my career, man. Is it disrespectful? It's obviously disrespectful. It's tasteless. All of the things that go with it for both Democrats and Republicans on both sides. But I've seen it, man. To
No, I
me,
got
I'm
you. I'm
just
saying, I don't
yeah,
want this Doris Miller guy to share his sacrifice with some like Trump or anybody who would say hey, Doris, we're gonna name the aircraft carrier Doris, but we want to add in honor of President Trump too, something like that.
yeah. I've seen it, man. Seen it time and time again throughout my years of service. I've seen it. I didn't care to understand it, but the higher I got in rank, I remember when I was a young lieutenant, and I see stuff like I really didn't care, man, because I was like, you know what, this not gonna be a real career for me, man. This opportunity for me to better myself, get some experience. But then as I started to go along and I was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna make a career out of this. But the
Mm-hmm.
things that you see, the politics that are played within the military,
Mm-hmm.
especially some of the treatment of the enlisted and how they treat the enlisted, officers get treated. I'm not gonna say officers get treated equally worse. There's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of leeway for officers, which I've had the pleasure of experiencing myself. But I couldn't stomach it for a while, and I was just like, wow, man, like what is really going on, man? So when that offer for early retirement came up, I said, absolutely, man, I'll take it. I'm out of here, man. I'm out, man. You know,
Well, it's not for
uh,
everybody, and there is some racism in it. But
yeah,
um, look, hit the Cash App, man, and the Super Chat. Support the show, man. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Trump. Trump give me so much content. I ain't me. It's Trump.
yeah, he
Trump.
make it easy. He make he make it easy, man.
Trump blowing my channel.
He
We
gonna
had like
he,
900 live listeners. Trump blowing me up. Trump.
he gonna give you something every week. Every week. He gonna give you something, man. That shit gonna be
God,
hot too.
I don't even like Trump. No, see, I didn't want to talk about Trump.
You got to, man.
But he went
You
too
got
far with
to.
this one. I'm
It's the
sorry, man.
algorithm.
Yeah,
I,
he
yeah.
went too far with this one. You don't do that. What he's talking about doing, man, we're a country, man. We can't do stuff like that.
Look, people
We
still
just can't
saying
do that.
the photo is fake. Yes,
Who
we
said it?
know
Yeah.
we know the photo is fake, but did you know that Trump posted this same fake photo on Truth Social on his own account? Do you know that? A fake photo he posted. Instead of being disgusted to say, you know what, why would somebody make this fake photo of me? No, he posted it. So, like, duh, yes, the photo is obviously AI generated. But our president then took the AI generated photo and posted that photo on his Truth Social account. So why not go to Trump's Truth Social account and say, Mr. President, why are you posting a fake photo? They're not going to do that though. They're not going to question that. But they'll tell us 1,000 times, well, you know the photo is fake. No shit, Sherlock. Go to his account and tell him, Trump, why do you have up a fake photo? Do that. Take the time to do that. That's what makes more sense.
They don't want you to criticize Trump. That's what it is. So no matter what Trump does, it's fake news or it's the liberal media. And Trump has been very good into um, brainwashing his supporters. They're
Yup.
brainwashed. They are brainwashed.
They do not care, man.
Yes. Yeah.
What you say, if what you said, play, it's the methylene needle.
The
That's what they're dealing
methylene
with.
needle, yeah, to the
That's what
neck
they're
bone.
dealing with. That's what they're dealing with, man. Fucking methylene needle, man. They do not care.
Yeah.
That man can say and do whatever the hell he want, and people gonna say, you know what kill me is when they say, well, if you don't, if you hate it this much, then why don't you just leave the country? You know, I can't wait for a Democrat to be back in office so I could just tell them, well, if you don't like it so much, just leave the damn country. Just leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Joe Biden was in office, why didn't you just leave? But they spent their time to talk, you know, well, Joe Biden's doing this and he not doing that. And okay, well, now it's our turn to complain about what your president or what our president is not doing for the American people. Not for just me, for the American people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm gonna tell them. As soon as whoever's in office and they're a Democrat, I'm gonna say, man, just leave the country, man. Just leave. You don't like it here, just leave, man. Just pack your shit and go. Because that's their favorite, that's the only comeback they have. Well, if you don't like it here, you can just leave. Okay. Just remember this shit when it's a Democrat in office. I'm saying you don't like it, leave.
And even when you look at this picture, black people, this man was born in 2019, over 100 years ago. I mean, in 1919. It's 2026. Black people still, if Trump goes through what he's say he's going to do, he's still punishing this man,
Crazy.
not giving this man his proper respect. 100 years later.
Crazy.
Yeah. And you got people upset about it. They want to attack. They're going to, you know what? They're going to start attacking Doris Miller.
Yeah.
It's going to be a matter of time before they
A
start saying
dead man.
yeah, he was DEI and he was woke.
They
Watch.
already, they said it in the chat already. A few people that said it.
Mm,
They already said that.
mm.
They already said it. They said they saying something about black fatigue. And it's just black fatigue, and we're tired of it. We're tired of the black fatigue. This man fought, died for the country. The Navy has decided to honor him with a aircraft carrier, naming it in his honor for his heroic efforts in battle and service to the country. And people saying it's black fatigue. He
Mm-hmm.
fucking died for the country. How
Mm-hmm.
is that black fatigue? Crazy. But some people, it's already been said in the chat. Already, Platt. You
Yeah,
behind,
man.
man. They
No,
already
you're right.
said,
You're right. I'm behind, man. You know, I, man, I still just have a lot of faith in people, even these Trump supporters. I just still, and maybe I'm just naive, but I still have faith, man. That I mean, this is not a black issue, man. This is American history, our history, World War II, man. This is our history. You don't touch that one, brother. Brother, don't touch that. This is not for you. Trump is interfering, and he's going too far, man. And
yeah,
if he said, "I want my name on a carrier," well, you got to wait your turn. What you mean? Might be another 40, 50 years for that to happen. Well,
yep,
I'll be dead and gone. And was that a question?
yep. And you know
I'll,
what's you,
yeah, you might be. Well, I'll be dead and gone 50 years from now. And that's supposed to mean what? I didn't get that one.
you know what's really scary though?
Mm-hmm.
I was I was reading The Hill, and there was a report about Pete Hegseth campaigning in Iowa. I was like, why the hell is he in a rally in Iowa?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker doing a soft lunch because he probably gonna throw his name in the hat. I think
Well,
the
Fox
country will
News.
be in a worse position if the shit fell to him. I'm like, why is
Well,
he
it depends,
in
but
Iowa doing a rally?
it depends on Democrats, though.
In the middle, we're in the middle of a goddamn war.
No, no, no. But Jr. It depends on the Democrats.
It heavily
See, wait a
depends
minute,
on
wait a
the
minute.
Democrat.
You would
Depends
say
on a lot of
you,
people, not just
you could
Democrats. Shit, we're gonna
you
need
could
more
say
Democrats to
no.
get
Yeah, you could say the
to
Pete
swing
can't win.
this.
You could say Pete can't win, but it depends on Democrats. And if the
We're gonna
Democrats
need
keep bringing up these candidates who can't win over the American people, Pete can win.
uh, this shit gonna be it's gonna be ugly. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. I said, wait a minute. He's in Iowa at a rally for what? We're in the middle of a damn conflict, war, whatever they want to call it at this point, because it's long past operation. Operation is short. Conflict is longer. War is longest. So at this point, I'm like, what are we doing, man? And
Mhm.
our Secretary of War is at a rally in Iowa for what? And there's speculation that no, that's his soft lunch for his run at 2028. I said, man, because I don't know if I don't know why Rubio thought he even stood a chance. The fact that his last name is Rubio, they not voting him in, dog. They not going for that shit.
He's too short.
Not MAGA not going for Rubio. They're not doing it. They
Well,
refuse.
he's what about 5'6" or something like that.
I don't know how tall he is.
Yeah,
I
he's too
just
short.
the
He's too
fact that
short.
his name is Marco Rubio,
Well,
the racism in them will come out to say we will not
uh,
vote for Rubio. No, he will not represent America. No, just period point blank. Just think about it, Platt.
uh,
Think about it.
uh,
You think the MAGA loyalists will vote Rubio? Trump would have to personally grandstand for him in every state to say, please vote, please. This is my pick. I'm endorsing him. It's shit not gonna happen though. So he can, he can just fade. He can fade back. You see, he been fading back because poor Marco had about 10 jobs at one point, about 10 duty titles, and his ass was always in front of a microphone. He ain't been in front of a microphone lately. He done fell to the back. His ass might be
did
in
you
a
see?
doghouse.
Did you see the shoes?
Oh,
Donald
them
Trump. Yeah.
oversized ass shoes.
Yes. He bought Marco Rubio a pair of shoes. He
Shit's like
asked Marco
size
Rubio his
18 or
shoe. Yeah.
something.
Well, I don't know about that big, but he asked Marco Rubio his shoe size. I think Marco Rubio wears like an 8 or something, 9. Donald Trump bought him a pair of 11s. And I said, man, when you think about it, it's a sadist, it's a sickness to it.
It's
And he
crazy,
said,
man.
yeah, because he said when he shows up, he said Donald Trump will say, why you didn't wear the shoes I bought you?
Yeah, crazy. I want you to be
Yeah, and
uncomfortable the whole day.
it's a humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
So you got to walk around with shoes that's about an inch and a half too big for you. So they don't fit right, and you sort of flip flop a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some
He wants you
sick.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sick when you think about it. It's like, man, why are you trying to humiliate me? You get off on some type of pleasure. This you want me to walk around in shoes too big for me?
But that's what they
God,
want you to
bro.
do, man.
Nah,
They
man.
want you to humiliate yourself, man, for the opportunity. Like we talked about it early on the show. Byron Donalds did it. He got on stage, called this man daddy. Yeah. I said, you gotta be shitting me, man. Like, look, black man cooning, that ain't nothing new. But wait a minute. When you start calling a motherfucker daddy, oh hell no. What are we doing? Cooning is one thing. Calling another man daddy, man. How many grown men you know straight? I'm assuming Byron Donalds is straight. Who
Them
knows?
fighting, them
Motherfucker
fighting
could be,
words. Them
yeah.
fighting words.
But how many straight men you know call another man daddy?
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
Shit
you're
don't
right.
happen.
And even if a dude come up to you with that, I'm saying even if he your best friend and you know, and he called you daddy for
Yeah,
you, them fighting words for
yeah.
most
What
men.
kind of shit you on? Yeah,
Yeah,
what
they
kind of shit you
swinging on
on,
that,
bro?
bro.
Yeah.
They
This
swinging on that.
motherfucker. Get
And
up.
like y'all, man, I'm just so happy for you. He said, but don't talk to me like that, bro. What the fuck wrong with you?
I mean, I remember watching this shit like during the actual inauguration and they all, people getting up there and saying their little bits or whatever like that. And I'm like, all right, what this motherfucker got to say? Because obviously, at this point in time, everybody's still vying for a cabinet position. Like, oh, maybe he can name me something this Secretary of Transportation or Secretary of Housing or Secretary of Education. So everybody's still vying for a cabinet position. And Byron Donalds get his black ass up there. Daddy's coming home. Here,
That's so
are
sad.
you ready for daddy? Get ready. He's coming back. And I remember just sitting here watching it like, yo, these some grown ass. It wasn't just him. It was a few of them that got up there and said that shit. I said, man, these grown ass men up here saying daddy coming home. What kind of time? What type of time these men on, man?
Married men too,
Married men.
their wives hear their husbands talk to people, submit to another man like that.
I said, man. And then the crazy shit is Byron Donalds did all of that shit, and it up front didn't even get placed in the cabinet. Motherfucker on the outside looking in. But I guess it worked out for him. He got Trump endorsement for Florida. But man, they just using you, bro. You're not gonna be able to get shit done in Florida. They gonna tell you what to do. This is what we need from you to keep the shit going in Florida. That's it. So just do what we scripted for you, and that's it. You get the whole title, but you ain't doing shit. You ain't gonna make no difference because we telling you what to do.
Hmm.
But that's what he want, man. So
Like the
got
stream, man. Hold on, like the stream. We got the Join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. What you think about it? Doris Miller, you think Trump comes first? You think Trump should come first? Doris Miller, just let him wait. You guys a bunch of Negroes. Why don't you just shut up and wait? Because that's what I'm saying in the chat box. A lot of people are saying his family should just wait. And Trump
crazy,
comes first. Trump comes first.
crazy.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, JR.
But they won't hit the link though. They ain't gonna hit the link, man. You know
I
they on
know.
bullshit. They on
I
bullshit,
don't
man.
know
They
why
ain't
they
gonna hit
won't
the
hit the
link,
link,
man.
man. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. We got the join link posted. We'll take your thoughts. I would love someone to come up here and try to justify it. See, this is what I know about them. They'll sit in the chat box and they'll say stuff, and if it's possible to justify Trump, they'll hit the link. But when they know he's went too far, they ain't gonna hit no link.
Oh yeah, they not hitting no
They
link.
know he went too far. They know you can't justify this.
They like, nah, we can't. Because even if they didn't directly serve, indirectly, they know a family member, a friend, somebody that has served this country in some capacity. It's rare that you meet somebody and they don't have any direct or indirect ties to some type of service component of America. It's rare. I think I've only met like two people in my lifetime where I'm like, man, you don't even have no friends that ever served, like that you went to grade school or high school or
Mhm.
college with or anything like that. No, no, man, not that I can recall. Two people. Other than that, everybody that I've encountered in my lifespan has no, I haven't served, but my father served, or my grandfather served, or his grandfather served, or somebody, my neighbor, or my college roommate, whatever, somebody. So yeah, they not gonna get up here and justify the bullshit. You know who would though? Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings, he'll find a way. Scott Jennings from CNN, he'll find a way to justify this shit. He'll say some crazy
Well,
ass
y'all don't like.
shit,
Hold on.
man.
Well, y'all don't like. A lot of people don't like him, and I know they got a lot of Republican shields or Republican influences, but he's one of the few that I actually like. I actually like him.
He be
No, I'm
on
serious. I don't
bullshit.
know. I mean, actually, no. I mean, like, I think he's brilliant. I watch him, and they come at him, and I think he's working overtime with Trump, but he's brilliant in the
Oh
way
yeah,
he can hold his own with him now. He
he putting in that overtime, man. They said that he putting in his bid to be the next press secretary. I said, man, that's right up his alley, boy, because he be on bullshit every time. He's still on that bullshit talking about, yeah, no, I spoke to Senator McConnell. Man, everybody,
you know,
I haven't even heard a story about fucking McConnell in the past 3 weeks, man.
you said press secretary. He wouldn't be good at that.
You don't think so?
No,
Ah, shit, I think
because
so.
Trump wants you to be. He wants you to be mean and rude, and that's really not his game.
He been doing it lately.
What being mean and rude?
Yeah, he about cut some sister off on CNN. They was doing I was watching for something the election night in Florida. Yeah, that's what it was. It was for that. It was like 2 nights ago or something like that. And Scott was saying something. I can't remember like directly what was saying, but Scott was saying something. And then it was a sister. She had a clean look to her too, and she followed up. And it
Hmm.
was something about what John Ossoff said, the senator down there in Georgia. And she was just like, well, John Ossoff, this, that, and the third. And Scott just cut her off. She was like literally 3 words in. And he just cut her off. You're gonna sit there and say that's what I said when I didn't say that? I said, look at this sassy ass Negro nutting up. Cause
Hmm.
word on the street is that he gay. That's word on the street.
Oh,
But
okay. I don't see y'all be
yeah,
knowing way more about these guys than I do.
that's word on the street. Me and my old lady, man, we heavy on the
You can,
news, man.
okay.
We heavy on the
Well,
news. We
this is the thing. CNN paired him with Abby.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I can go look up his age. I don't know her age, but I think he's significantly older than her. And I think so. I mean, I don't even know who that is. I just saw the show probably a year or two ago. I don't even know who Abby is. Abby Phillips, I think. But he's been around a minute, and he's even though she's the lead or the host, he knows how to he can
He
manipulate her.
knows, man. He knows. He
And he's good
knows.
enough to make. See, she gives him too much rope, right?
Yep.
And he knows that, so he takes advantage of her a lot. That's why
Yep.
I be watching the show, and I be like saying, I was like, man, wait a minute. I said, you see what he just did? And she'll finally intervene, but she tries to let him go. But she can't handle him.
Yep. It's a lot. He get a lot of leeway when he on the show with her. But like I said, he good at what he do, man. I mean, obviously you need that component of it because it's news, but it's entertainment at the same time. So you need that component of it. Cause you try to sit there and watch like Fox and Friends, and you have four panelists that are all, ultra conservative. And then you have one panelist. It's a white lady that she be on there. She wear glasses, and she like the only one like going against four other people. It's not as entertaining. Like she has some good comebacks. I forget her name, but she'll have some good comebacks. But it's usually like four against one. You know, compared to like the Abby Phillips. I watch that show from time to time, and they try to, split maybe three conservatives, two liberals, or three liberals, two conservatives, and stuff like that. So they try to have a little diversity on the panel. But now Fox and Friends, nope, it'll be four conservatives and then one, semi-liberal type person on there. And it's just a dog fight. The
It'll be
liberals
someone.
just
It'll be
jumping on the
it's a liberal they're paying, but they're paying that liberal to be a conservative.
to be yep, yep. And so that's typically how they roll. But
Mm-hmm.
I forget the lady name on Fox and Friends, but she be giving them hell sometimes. Let me look her name up.
Yeah, I don't watch Fox and Friends.
Ah man, you gotta watch. It's hilarious, man.
No, I
Come
don't
on,
watch
man.
Fox. I don't watch
You gotta watch it.
Harrison Foster. Is it Harris Faulkner? I don't watch that. She's skinny too, man. I might send her a pizza. She's skinny.
Yeah, she could definitely use a sandwich or two.
She a supreme. You think with a double deep dish,
Ah,
right? Send her a deep dish.
she need a lot, man. She need a
That woman
lot,
gotta be
man.
like what 80 pounds.
She just got that resting bitch face too, man. It's not suited for
Yeah,
her.
not my thing, but I think she looks alright. But no, I don't really look. I just because I don't understand. I'm not saying you're doing it. I don't understand guys who look for
5.
that in political space. Look, bro, if I want to see women doing particular things, I know where to go for that. I don't expect to see that when I'm watching CNN. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect to see it when I watch. No, I mean, on Fox News, I don't expect that. Even though Elizabeth, wherever you are,
Yeah.
Elizabeth was fine.
It's
That
the
white girl was fine, brother. Whoever, she married the Hasselback dude.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Elizabeth was
she was nice.
fine, bro. She had some legs on her, bro.
She used to be on the View. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, she was on Fox before that, and she used to be up there with them stripper heels. Man, I think she was on a 5 or something. Yeah, Elizabeth fine,
Letting
bro.
them go. But yeah, it's the 5. It's not Fox and Friends. It's the 5. I watched the 5 with Jesse
Okay.
Waters, bitch ass. But Jessica Talvo,
Mm.
she the
Hmm.
one. She be giving them hell, man. And it be her against, four other conservatives.
Yeah.
Cause Gutfield get on my goddamn nerve.
Like, do you
His
know
little
Gutfield's a
gay.
multimillionaire now?
I can imagine. That's why I said it's
You,
racism.
you're talking
It's a
about
money.
somebody.
It's a money maker.
You're talking about somebody showing up with a shoebox of dice, um, fake magic tricks, cards. Gutfield's a 2-bit comedian, and he went on Fox News. And this man's a multimillionaire. Somebody told me that man gets like 12 million a year now. I said, what?
Damn.
I said, Gutfield? They said, yeah. I
God
said,
damn.
unbelievable. I mean, he's just a 2-bit comedian, but not to Fox.
12 million a year is
Yeah,
crazy.
not to
But yeah,
Fox.
I mean, like I said, man, Racism, man. It's a big market. It's money to be
A lot
made.
of money to be made on that, man. You see that with Byron Donalds. And I haven't done it. I'm thinking about Byron Donalds pleaded guilty to selling narcotics. Um, he paid a fine, did some community service and exposure, but they noticed he still did it. He came out and he said it. Doing this governor race, he admitted it. We know about the bribery situation. I haven't done it because I have grace, but we'll see, right?
We'll see.
We'll see because I think I might investigate. He was out there serving the block. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna make him the governor? He was out there serving the block.
Street pharmacist, crazy.
Yeah, he was on his Miami Vice.
A independent pharmaceutical company himself. He had a little LLC on the block. Crazy,
Back in the
man.
day, he was with the Medellin cartel.
Nah, don't put him down like
He was
that.
plugged up.
he was plugged in with the Medellin. Nah, don't put him down like that. Yeah. He might have a few bodies in the closet then.
He was
Golly.
spicy out there. He had the spice bag.
Yeah.
Now he want to be now he want to be governor.
Crazy, man. Man, like I said, but it's so much money in racism, man. Man, if I just didn't care, man, if I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have any self-dignity,
He make you a lot of money in 2
I
years.
could
You be rich.
make a lot of money,
Most of
man.
the ones who do it are stupid. When you look at the Hodge twins, look at the most of the black conservatives. They're just stupid. But they sell racism. They get a lot of money because of
You
it.
get a lot of money, man. A
They're like
lot of
They're
money.
like Byron Donalds, dummies.
I'm like, if boy,
That's
luckily I
about
got
the
some
whole.
praying parents, man, because I'd be like, I look at this shit, I'd be like, man, you know how easy it is to just grift and they'll support you and they'll send you money and they'll buy your shirt and your hat and your
Don't don't
coffee
don't
mug and everything else.
don't the Hodge twins look like the guys who always were in detention?
Just degenerates. That's
Yeah,
what
and
they look like.
always in trouble. No, I'm serious. When you went to high school, don't the Hodge twins look like the guys who are always in detention? They were always being told they got to go to some. The guys in your neighborhood, hey, you guys want to run some basketball? I got to go to summer school. Both of them going to summer school. And then you said, man, these dudes are just not smart dudes.
They're not, man.
And then they found the internet and they saw racism sells and they just come out and they make a lot of racist stuff. And white people love it. And anybody who knows the internet, my fault, the conservative twins. I'm going to tell you something. I actually like the Hodge twins. Before I even started the channel, man, Hodge twins, them dudes were funny. I remember them. But then they came up with this Trump thing and conservative twins and what they doing with all this 1776 nonsense. Now, I don't mess with that. That side of them. But they actually, if you go back and look when they first started, their food reviews. I didn't care for them with the food reviews, but they started out a channel, man. They were doing food reviews and they were doing letters where you would call in and ask them stuff. They were funny, man. I'm serious, man. Like I said, before I even knew YouTube was, I just went on it and watched it. And I didn't know it was in sectors and stuff like that. And those two guys, they were funny because they reminded me of this friend of mine when I was in the service. And it's possible they're his kids. I mean, I don't know that, but he did have twins. You know, people move on. People get out the service and they move on.
Yeah.
They look like him. They look just like him. And he was mixed. So he wasn't 100% black anyhow. And he was with a white girl. So it's very possible that those are the offspring of him and her.
Crazy, man.
Might be. The
That's
Hodge
why
kids.
I, s- I, s- I say, man, I was like, boy, if I ever fell on hard times, I know exactly how to get to the money.
Well, it's
But
gonna take a while, though. It ain't gonna happen overnight.
nah, Plat, should have happened overnight, man.
You could do what channel did say by November. You can set up everything and you come out. You retired military. You come out with a
It'll be,
conservative lieutenant. Call
yep.
yourself Lieutenant Truth. Officer
Oh
Tatum. You got
man.
Officer Tatum back
Hey, Lieutenant Truth is crazy, man.
and start talking about these damn
Oh
liberals.
man. Nah, man. I don't think I can stomach it, man. But
I'm
I
sick
just
of
know
these damn liberals.
I just know it's easy money, man. Like the script is already out there. Have a little animation, you know, and just talk crazy. And it'll catch fire, man. Once you get clipped
Mhm.
up a few times and people see them little short clips, oh, they gonna come.
Then they recruit
And
you. You get recruited.
yeah,
No, no,
they
no.
gonna
There's a
come.
there's a conservative black sector, uh, and they would grab you in a minute, man. You're right. I mean, older guys, especially if you're good at doing it,
Yep.
they
But
snatch you
my
up.
thing, my thing is, I wouldn't even. Me, if I was to like go down that route, they'll try to do, the recruit. Hey man, come to my show, man. Let's do this. Nah, I'm nah. I ain't trying to do your show. I'm good. Nope.
You could do a
Ain't
show.
trying to do your show. No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because there's
That's why you're
always
right.
a
Then you're right. You're right. Then you shouldn't do it. You're right.
yeah.
You got too many uh roadblocks.
Yep.
So this wouldn't be good. Actually, YouTube podcasting. If you someone who has a lot of moral beliefs and you centered and stuff, podcasting ain't for you.
Yep.
I'm sorry, it's just not. It's not. Now you can be that way. You ain't gonna make any money. You're not gonna make no money.
Yep.
That's why
But
look at the Hodge twins. They don't know anything. They
because
don't
to me,
know anything. They don't know anything, but they're rich. They're
because to
rich.
me, that's where a lot of people mess up. Like when they start joining forces and doing stuff together. Well, yeah, man, come to my show and we'll talk about this and because now they can drive the narrative. You know, when you're doing it by yourself, you just keep the thing about the podcasting and YouTube. You just be consistent. Be consistent. A show every day, whether it's 30 minutes or hour or whatever. Because man, the grift is out there, man. Because you see the guy, you see these guys getting to it every time. They get into it.
They get to the money.
And
There's plenty of money out there, man.
yeah, it'll happen over time, man. But yeah, I ain't got a stomach for it, man. But definitely, it's there, man. The money is to be made, man. Racism, there's so much money in it.
Well,
I
yeah, I
don't
mean, that's
know.
not my thing because, like I said, the you would have to go against. You couldn't do it. No, no, for me, just couldn't do it. I could read. I could put out about 5 or 6 shows, but then the truth, man, I'm sorry, it's going to surface up because I couldn't do it like that.
Hey,
Like
Kiki,
like a case
wow,
like
man.
a case like this, I could be the biggest Trump supporter ever, like you said, on the griff. But a
Yeah, on the
situation like
grift.
this, on this, I can't. Come on, man.
Yeah, I
How can
wouldn't
I
be able to touch
support
this
this?
topic. Yeah, I wouldn't be
Yes,
able to
I
touch
can't
it.
support
Yeah,
this, bro.
be able to touch it.
So that's what I mean with making it impossible.
Hey, Kiki, wow, man. She said it'll be called "Nigga Please," and you only have white people. I'm telling you, man.
A lot of them
It,
do. A lot of
the,
them do
gr-
have
the,
just
gr-
white people on.
the grift is there, man. But it's crazy, man. And I don't understand the infatuation that either side, black or white, because black people love to watch white people talk down other other white people and vice versa. White people love to see black people talk down other black people. It's to me, it's a little bit sickening, man. To
Yeah,
like
when
do
you
it, but
say
people
that,
watch
I
it.
don't. Um, I do like Nick Fuentes when he goes in on the whites. I do like that. No, you say that. Yeah, I do like when Nick Fuentes goes in. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
But no,
that's some
Nick
of
is
his highest rated. That'd be some of
but
his highest rated
but,
shows
but
when
he's
you're
being
talking about the
genuine.
white people.
He's being genuine though. That he ain't just doing it. He's upset. When he goes in on Ben Shapiro, when he goes in on Sneeko, when he goes in on uh the people that he feels are not helping the situation. Trump, when he goes in on Trump, I do like that. And,
Shit be
and you say,
wild to
well, do
me,
you
man.
suspend the fact that he's a white supremacist? Not really. Not really. Not really. I don't. I just look at him as those are his thoughts.
Mm.
You know, people put him on Twitter all the time. I ain't trying to change him. But to me, he does tell the truth. He said that Chud the Builder was a fool. This is before he got locked up. He said, this is a fool. He said, you're not solving nothing. He
Yeah.
said, but doing it, what he's doing, he said, that's just stupidity. He said, I can understand the point he's trying to make, but this is not how you do that. Going around people, he said, look at the people he's harassing. These are not our problems. These are not the people we're complaining about. He said, going around the people, the black people we are not talking about, making an ass of yourself does not solve any problems. Yeah, Nick Fuentes.
Not a one. And his ass behind bars now.
Now he's out. He got bailed out.
What? I told you it would happen. I told you they let his ass get bail.
He probably got
Crazy.
somebody probably gave him another 100,000 stipend.
Shit,
So
crazy,
he all
man.
right. They're gonna try to get him where he can get on these podcasts because they can make some money with him.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. He ain't gonna be able to
And
talk about shit because he's
no,
still
no,
under
no, 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 no.
investigation.
Once this case is over, he will.
Oh yeah, once the case over with, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why I say if he out, shit, it might have been radio
he's out.
silent. Yeah, radio
Well,
silent. I
no,
haven't
he
heard a
can't.
word from him.
That was condition of his bail. He can't get on the internet.
Yep, can't make no money.
But if they can get up $1 million bail, I'm sure somebody will give him another 100,000, and
Oh,
that's a
easy,
stipend he can live off until he goes through his trial.
easy. You know how somebody give him 100,000. You know how quick they gonna get that 100,000 back up off of him once he's able to talk
Yeah, yeah.
freely about what he did, and he can just go back to doing chud stupid shit, but not physically doing it. Just well, this
Sure.
is this is what I did, and nobody stood up to me, and blah blah blah. Man, they gonna flock to that shit. Hundreds of thousands of views. They gonna be hand over fist money, making tens of thousands of dollars an episode once he's able to talk about this shit. So they gonna get that whatever little $100,000 they give him. They gonna get that shit back tenfold in a snap of a boom like that.
Hmm. We all know that, man.
Yep.
That's the world we live in, bro.
The world
There's
we
a lot
live
of
in.
bread out there, man. And,
Chaos,
and
man.
when you talk about black people, why you guys have a problem with a guy like this? This guy gave his life to America. This guy was a cook. This guy didn't clout chase behind what he did. He got the medal of he got the Navy Cross, and you know what he did? He wanted a ship in waters, like treacherous waters, where their ship was shot down by a Japanese submarine,
Damn. So he
and he
asked
died.
to be
Yeah.
placed
Yes.
on another ship
Yep.
in combat situations, man. Hero, man.
Yeah. Yep. The whole ship exploded.
Damn.
And something as small as some respect to this man, President Trump can't do it. 100 years later. You want to talk about Jim Crow? He died. He lived under Jim Crow, died under Jim Crow, and even in his death, he has to live under Jim Crow. Donald Trump says, "I want what's yours."
Mm. And he ain't gonna lose no sleep over it. He just, yep. No, yeah, just put my name on it. Yep.
But Jr. Thank you, sir, man. Thank you, sir,
Man,
for joining,
anytime,
bro.
Platt, man.
I got
Anytime,
you.
Platt.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, bro.
And we need to think about what you're gonna do, man, because you can hit me in the on the emails. You can set that up. Lieutenant
Nah, I'm not.
Lieutenant Truth.
I'm not
Lieutenant
doing
Truth.
that. I ain't doing
Lieutenant
that, dog.
Truth.
Nah, I ain't doing that, dog. Nah,
the
ain't no way,
liberal,
man.
the liberal's nightmare.
Ain't no way, man. I got too many people I love out here in these streets, man. Ain't no way I do that to them, man. Money, it'd be easy money, but ain't no way, man. I got too much integrity for it, man.
Now, in 3 years, we can see you on Piers Morgan down there,
For
Jr.
sure. I'll be suited and booted on the five, talking shit, getting paid. Oh man. It'd be that easy though. That's what they're doing now. That's what Officer Tatum doing. Interviewing all of them young boys from that Nolan Wells case. You know what he doing. So, but he playing the
Yeah, but
game.
they stinging it out, and people would get mad at me if I said how many black people have lost their lives and their deaths are unsolved since Nolan Wells.
Yeah.
People would just get upset with me. So I don't say that. I don't say that. I say, let's let the police department investigate the matter, and then we can make a judgment. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I do think there's a little overkill on the Nolan Wells case. They said, well, who did it? Who did it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All these hanging and stuff. I had a stream. I was going to put it out. I didn't even put that stream out, man. I can't
Yeah,
do that.
don't do it, man.
Yeah, I can't do it. I don't know. It's speculative. And just to sit here and accuse people of doing stuff and I don't know what's happened. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't do that, man.
Yeah, you're just throwing out aspersions and allegations, and I have no proof.
Yeah.
White folks did all of this. They out there hanging niggas. I ain't doing that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who doing that. I think a homeless dude. They somebody stretched his neck down there. Some homeless white dude. So that's people doing evil stuff. And somebody like a homeless dude, yeah, I seen that. Look, come on, man. We all seen that. We seen that growing up. Somebody who homeless, people will go and do all types of stuff to them people because they homeless.
Yeah.
And they'll get away with it because they're homeless. I think we was out on the football field, just like in the community, not no lines, just a little park. And we were like 12 of us walking home, and his brother, he wasn't even, he was just a dude. He was an older dude. We knew him. And he said, hey man, watch this. And we all stopped. And he went and grabbed this homeless dude. And he threw dude in the garbage can.
Damn.
And he shut that thing. And he turned around and said, yeah, fuck that, man. And then he says a lot of stuff. And then he walked away. And we were kids, man. And we never seen that type of stuff. It was like, wow. It's like, damn. No, I'm for real. I saw that. And I would further see that dude throughout growing up and say, man, that dude. Now, I know now he was sick, but as a kid, I couldn't even process what he was doing. Because I didn't get it. Did you do it for a reason? Did the guy owe you money? The guy looked like he's just homeless and half drunk and sleep. Now he just did it to be mean.
Yeah. There's people out here like that, man.
Yeah.
Some sick ass people. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I say with the, like you said, with the whole Nola Wells thing, man. Again, obviously condolences to his family, and man, that's a tragic time that they're experiencing. You never thought you would experience this, uh, in the magnitude of the whole situation for all parties involved too, man. For the family members, and for the people that are accused of speculative criminal acts and stuff like that, probably taxing on their family. But what I will say is this: let them keep talking. Let them keep talking. Let them keep getting on podcasts, and let them keep taking phone calls with different news outlets and all of this stuff. Let them keep airing out and recording their thoughts and what they recall from that day and that event. Because eventually, the truth will come, and it's going to come in the form of them continuously communicating about this situation. Because if they're lying, it's hard to keep a lie going, you know. So I'm not saying that they're lying, but if by chance that they are not being truthful in the occurrence of what took place, just let them keep talking. The more they talk, the more you get further away from what you have established as the truth. And that's just the psychological effects of making up a story. If you make something up and now you try to talk about it over and over and over and over and over and over, you're going to start adding new things to the original account of what you made up. And that's where they're going to get themselves in trouble, if they did anything. So that's what I say, man. I said, let them keep talking. Let them get on. Let them go on Officer Tatum show every day, every week if they want. Get on there and just talk. Turn the microphone on and just let them talk. Get your thoughts off. And I guarantee you, eventually, if they're not being truthful in the accounts that took place that day, it's going to come out because they're going to slip up and they're going to say things that contradict what they initially said. There you go, right there. So
Look, shout
that's
out
what'll
to
happen.
Elam. Shout out to Elam. I served 2 tours in the Navy. $5 holler. We appreciate it, brother. I served 2 tours in the Navy, and being a Christian conservative, I guess he became one. He said, "Trust. Life is awesome and rich under God." We appreciate it, brother. We
Hmm.
we appreciate that bread. We appreciate you becoming, learning, changing, and adding to the conversation, man. Shout out to you. We got Mr. McDonald right here, Alan McDonald. He says Trump should go wallow in his own shit like the pig that he is. Yeah, he's probably had it.
People
And a lot of
crazy.
military people, I'm gonna be for real, they can vote for Trump. This is too far. This is
This
just
yeah,
too
this
far.
this too far, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is too far because this
too
is
far.
literally praising this guy. You don't deserve an aircraft carrier. You haven't served 2 days. You're not a part of that fraternity, brother. You don't know what it is. So you can't turn around and try to jump, dress up. It would be like I said, a fraternity. It would be like me putting on a Q Dog jacket and
Oh, they
walking
beat
down the street. I'm
they
not a
beat
Q
your
Dog.
ass. They beat
Well,
your ass.
that's debatable.
They putting let me
JR,
not say
they're
they're gonna
gonna
beat. Yeah, let me
Don't
not
do
say
that.
they're gonna beat your ass,
JR,
but they
they,
go they,
yeah, okay, now thank
they
you.
gonna
Clean
put
that up there.
yeah, they'll
Hey,
put hands and
JR,
feet
there ain't
on
no
you.
man, JR, ain't no man gonna do that over here, JR.
Now I don't know if they whoop your ass, but they'll attempt to put hands and feet on you. Now you fighting back and defending yourself and stuff like that, you might get the best of them. Who knows? But they ain't playing about that, man. They don't play
But
about
that's what
they
I'm
don't
saying.
play
That's
about
why
that threats.
you don't mess with that stuff. If you ain't a Kappa, don't dress up like a Kappa. If you ain't
Yeah.
a Q dog, don't dress up like a Q dog. And I'm saying this is Trump. Trump's not a military guy. Why is he trying to act like he's one, or trying to force people to accept him as one?
What
Yeah.
can I interrupt a little bit? Is that cool? real quick.
So you like Trump, brother,
Oh yeah, I like him.
and you're a Christian conservative, but you like Donald Trump.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, hanging out with the dude.
Well, well, Jeff was at his events. He was invited, via, you know what I
No,
mean?
Jeff, he was hanging out with him.
Yeah, but Trump banned him from all of his
No, he
clubs
didn't.
after he
That's
found out.
no. He stopped messing with Trump. That's a lie. That's a lie Trump has told.
Okay, we can get into the semantics, but it's not.
You don't want to hear that
It's
Trump is just like Jeffrey. You don't want to hear that, do you, Mr. Christian conservative?
what is what about Bush and Clinton?
That's what
What
we
about the
talking
other?
about.
What
Bush
about
and
what about the
Clinton.
other? What about the
Okay.
Republicans? What about the Republicans too in the
What
past?
so
You know what I'm
bad
saying?
behavior by others makes it okay for
I mean, you have a U.S. ship called Ronald Reagan. You have another.
where's Ronald
That's
Reagan?
a that's an aircraft carrier.
Where is Ronald Reagan?
Oh, you have the Bush too. You got the G Dub. You got the G Dub aircraft
No, you
carrier.
got the original one.
You
You don't no, you don't.
Nuh-uh. I was in the Navy. How you going? I was on a Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Ha ha
The
ha ha.
last
You
conservative,
have
the
a
real
ship
one, the
called
real one.
the Junior. Junior has a ship.
His dad was weak too. Both of them was weak. Both of the
His
Bushes.
does his who has the ship? His dad or him?
H Dub. That's the dad, ain't it?
Yeah. And where's
Yeah,
he
the
at?
dad, the dad,
Elam, where's
but
he at
H,
though? Elam,
but no, 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 no,
he's
no. Wait.
dead.
You can't say
All of
yeah.
these
But
people
the
are
black dude.
dead.
Okay. No, not okay.
Who said Trump wouldn't get one? He'll get one in the next 30 years. He can, if he lives that long, he'll see it. If not, that's just how it goes.
Well, what's the problem of getting one while you alive and seeing it christen when you christen the ship? You know the ships get
That means
christened.
that other people would have to suffer because of your BS.
No, nobody has to suffer. What are you talking about?
What you think about Doris Miller?
Doris Miller. Um. Oh shit, nigga, that's me, nigga. Shit, that's me right there. I served two. I deployed two combat tours. I joined in 2003, and I served two combat tours in the Navy on a Dwight D. Eisenhower. I was on that ship for 4 years straight, 9 month deployments, two 9 month deployments. You know what I'm saying? And it's not easy at all. Um, but
What you think
Doris
he would
Miller,
think about
he
Trump, though? What do you think he think about a guy who was born rich, hangs out with pedophiles?
um
Wait a minute, got sued,
mhm,
accused of
mhm, mhm.
SA, and got found guilty, and the Supreme Court just said there ain't nothing you can do, so now he got to pay the money. Um, he's on his fifth wife. He gave Stormy Daniels money.
Right,
Um,
right.
what do you think Dorian Miller would think about a guy like Trump?
I mean Doris Miller.
Yeah, Doris, my fault. Doris Miller.
What he would think about that? I mean, to be totally honest with you, he's the president, so all the skeletons gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? If I pull every skeleton that come out about anybody,
What do you think he would think about him?
he would think, what is he doing now? What is he doing now to better the country as a whole? What is he doing right now? Yeah, everybody is hurting. We hurting right now. Shit, gas is 450 for premium.
Trump said y'all should be happy because of that.
I am happy. He need to
Oh,
bomb the hell out of him. I'll pay $15 a gallon. That's the max I'll go. I'll pay
well, why you want to
15.
bomb Iran? They're not a threat to us.
Man, we should have been bombed Iran back in the 60s and 70s.
Why?
Fuck them niggas.
Oh, that's
Because
okay.
they
Okay.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
You
But
say you
no,
just
no.
like Doris. You say you just like Doris,
Yeah.
and what you just said would counter what you forget those Negroes. I mean, like he doesn't talk like that. He didn't never talk like that.
You don't know that though. You don't know how he was with his
Uh,
homeboy. I see y'all as homeboys, like I'm talking to my partners back home. So I talk a little bit. I'm from Galveston, Texas. So I talk a little bit rough. You know what I
Okay, G
mean?
Town. I
But
feel you.
you know what I'm talking about? Like it ain't even like that when I talk like that. That's just
Go
my
ahead, brother.
environment I
You want
grew
to
up
defend?
in.
You want to defend Trump? Go ahead.
Okay. So the biggest thing I have, I don't agree with everything that Trump do. Like that school choice, I don't believe in that. I pay property taxes. My house is a $500,000. Hell no, y'all ain't going to my son's high school. Both of my boys. Y'all don't deserve that. Your parents ain't put in work. And it is true. Your kids pay for the sins of the parents. So yo you know what I'm saying, you in what you in, but I done did all the hard work. I done almost died a couple few times. No, dog. Ain't no way. And then the only thing the thing I do have to say, I don't agree with everything with Trump. A lot of policies. And at the same time, I could say like, damn, when did the whole thing about life is being like you at some point you have to forgive for some things. You don't forget, right? You keep them at a distance, but we the only black people as a whole, we do forgive, but if
Well,
it's a different skin color,
clearly, you have.
you ain't forgiving nothing. Like, come
Clearly,
on,
clearly
dog.
you have. You
Like
forgive.
what?
You forgiving Trump.
But I'm forgiving
Who should they name the
but
carrier
look,
after, brother? Donald Trump or Doris Miller?
Doris Miller all the way.
Oh, okay.
All
Well
the
then,
way.
why is Trump trying to get in the way of that?
See, I didn't know that. I can say that I'm ignorant to that. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing
So
about
if
that.
Trump trying to put his name over him, Trump's wrong, right?
hmm If that is true, hell yeah, he wrong as hell.
Well, okay, brother.
That's Pearl Harbor. That's Pearl Harbor. He fucked up, and then he died.
Mhm.
He took down a lot of fucking airplanes. I know that. I know. I can go way back. I
Mhm.
can go way back to one dude. He was 14 feet underground giving back signals.
Mm.
He was breaking the Japanese encryption and giving it back to MacArthur and all of them. General MacArthur and Eisenhower, because Eisenhower was still a damn general. He just made the 4 star when he made 4 star, and then when he
Well, then
made 5 star,
Trump is wrong, and it's not. But wait a
if he
minute.
blocking that man's ship, hell
There
yeah,
you
he
go.
wrong as
There,
fuck.
there you. Thank you. Well, we on the same page, brother.
hmm
And we need
And to
more
be
people like you, Elam. You like Trump, but you willing to call him out when he goes too far. We need more people like you.
yeah, he wrong as fuck. And
Nah, man, hold on,
I'm a
man.
motherfucking veteran, dog. Like for
Man,
real.
look, me and Elam might be cousins, man. He from Galveston, I'm from Houston. Hey, $15 gas, that don't cap me down like that, dog. Hell no. Ain't
Hey,
no
you can
way you
afford it,
gonna
dog.
pay. Ain't no way you willing to pay $15 gas. Hell
How
no.
much you willing to pay for your life? You want people
That's-
invading over here?
Man, them people ain't gonna never, they ain't
Iranian.
gonna never come invade over here, dog. They ain't
You
never
think so?
coming
How
here,
could they
man.
come here though? I'm just saying, how could Iran
Yeah.
come to America?
Oh,
How?
my fault. I was talking to my son. My fault.
And they don't have one carrier. How could
Yeah,
they
how
come
they
to
get
America?
here, man? Now, would they
Hey,
be able to set off some small shit? Yeah, look,
all they gotta do is go through Alaska. You know the upper area. You know where we try to
nah, ain't
get
no.
Is that
Greenland
further
over
than
there.
well? Hold on. If you look at the world, right,
Mm-hmm.
isn't Alaska a further trip? Like if you say you coming to America, but you going through Alaska, aren't you passing America if you in Iran to
No,
go to America?
if you're in Iran and you go east,
Uh-huh.
you can go straight through. You can go through India. No. If you're in
Yeah,
Iran,
that's
you can
gonna be
go
easy
through.
to do.
No, you can go through. Yeah, Russia and China and all that shit.
Man, that ain't nothing to just
And
walk
then you
on
got
through there.
Japan over there.
Come on,
Hold up, just
come
walk right on
on,
through there,
dog.
right on through there. They don't care.
Not Japan, but you don't even have
Hold
to
up,
touch
with an
Japan. But it's
army.
Russia,
Yeah.
Russia
Hold up,
on all
just
that
say,
shit.
hey, by the way, we want to pass through here with a fucking army. Yeah, and
Yeah,
Exactly.
they don't have no
nah,
problem with that.
ain't no way, man.
No.
Ain't no
What
way,
I'm saying
dog.
is, it is possible, but
No,
Nah,
it's
man.
not.
it
Nah,
mm,
man. Logistics wise, nah. I understand the concept, but
right.
invasion, nah, ain't no way they're invading. Now, I ain't saying America can't be touched. Obviously, we can be touched 9/11. You know what I'm saying?
You
We
already.
got
That's what
touched.
I'm talking about.
You know
You
what I'm
see them
saying? So
niggas
we
in
could,
Dallas. You see them niggas in Dallas trying to.
yeah,
Man, come on,
we could
man.
be touched, but an
And
invasion,
somebody, yeah,
that's a whole different thing, dog. Like,
and,
that take a lot of shit to invade.
yeah, and somebody
I
said a
don't think
couple
so.
of streams ago, I would say about today is Thursday. I think Monday, dude wanted me to know, he wanted me to name a socialist country.
Ooh.
Cuba, Cuba, Vietnam.
Yep.
No, a guy was in the chat box. He wanted me to name a socialist country because I said you guys are always talking about
China.
uh, low, yeah, China to some degree. You're right. You always talk about low crime, but I said the countries y'all name, these are actually countries you guys don't like.
Mm-mm.
But you turn around and talk about the countries you cite, right?
Yeah.
These are the countries that you do not like.
And look, I'm gonna tell
And
you
it,
this, though. I'd have been all over Europe and Asia, dog. Ain't nothing like America, bro. Nothing like America.
I
They
agree
don't
with
even
that.
have. They don't have central air and heat. The hell?
Yeah, in
They
some
don't
places,
have
yeah.
central air and heat.
No, if
Man,
you
I
got
went,
money, they do.
dog,
If you got money,
bro.
they do.
Bro, when I went to Germany, man, they was like, "Hey, you want AC in your car? What the? Hey, what you talking about? Ain't no compressor in there."
That's a
No,
automatic over
I
here.
don't know what they got in Germany, but I'm just saying, if you got money, they got, bro, they human beings. They got air over there. Believe that.
Mm-mm.
Play.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna
No,
tell
no,
you
no,
this
no,
right
no.
now.
You don't have no money.
I mean, they
No,
look,
no,
they got it over there, but I stayed in a flat in the UK. It didn't have no
Uh-huh.
central air and heat.
they ain't got no
But
goddamn central air and heat over
But
there in the
you
UK.
weren't paying like the type of money to get that.
You know they
shit.
don't. They don't allow you to
Man,
have it,
I was paying
bro.
£1,000 a month to live in that goddamn flat.
And nigga, that's
Yeah,
$3,000 right now.
yeah. Well, the government was paying $1,000 for me to live in that flat. But still, I was in the goddamn flat. I was like, hold
Already.
on. I
You
said,
can
this
get
thing
air though, man.
ain't
You could
got
go buy
No,
you.
you
no
You
can't,
could
bro.
buy your
aircon
air
system.
conditioner.
I promise, bro.
You
You
could
can't.
buy
And then
air conditioner.
when it got cold, it had like the heating coils
That
on the
radiator, yeah,
wall.
that radiator.
Yeah. I was like, hold on, bruh. That was the coldest
Fuck.
winter I ever had in my goddamn life.
Man, the quality of life, hell, ain't no way.
Man, I had to hit my sister. She was like, what you need? I said, dawg, I need you to fucking mail me over a real deal heater. Like, I can't. I had a fucking
Big
little
ass,
conversion
yeah.
box and all that shit,
Yeah, you
boy.
gotta get a converter and then the plug don't fit with the American
Yep.
plug. You gotta get a European
Blowing
plug and then get
fuses
the
and shit. Boy, I was trying
yeah,
to
you
figure
gotta get
shit
the
out, man.
adapter. Yeah, already. You gotta get the adapter so we can get man, no, man. I ain't gotta do that here.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought that was it for me, dog. I got there.
Hmm.
I said, the flat was nice though. Everything was nice. I said, oh man, shit is nice, man. $1,000. I like, yeah, man, fuck it, man. I'm finna spend all this little, all this little BAH money. I don't give a damn. I'm spend it
And
all.
you already, and you know who got central air and heat? That goddamn aircraft carrier and them, the goddamn missile destroyers and them frigates and them nigga. We sitting clean up in that motherfucker. We ain't just sitting in them ships like y'all think. Hell no, we got
No,
central air and
well, it
heat.
depends. You do
We got
have
everything in that hole.
maybe in birthing
Mm-mm.
you might, they go bad, but it ain't well, you're saying
It's
that.
gonna be for a couple hours.
No, they
I just can't
I think
imagine,
birthing, no, no,
man.
no, birthing. I'm trying to think. When
Hell nah,
I was
man.
on a ship, we lost air in birthing for about 3 days.
And it was
Damn.
miserable. Yo, that's
No, no, no,
crazy,
no.
man.
But they had fans and stuff. Like Was it idea? No, but could you sleep there? Yeah. But also they opened up another, it was another deck. It was like by the
Oh, to let some
anchor.
airflow get in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
By the
had a
hangar
little,
bay.
it was a
By the hangar
space.
bay.
It was a space. It was where the anchor,
Oh, that's
they
you on
dropped
the
they,
forecastle. The
no,
forecastle.
no, no.
Yeah.
They dropped the anchor and that opened up a lot of space.
Yeah.
And they told if your berthing was too hot, and then by it being there with those big holes, they had
The
fans
air
in there.
comes right up in there.
Yeah, they had fans in there, so we survived. But I've been on there with none. Well, I see what you're saying. They do normally have air coolers, but I've been on there with no coolers.
Hey,
It was
guess
not
what? Guess
pleasant.
what?
It
Guess
wasn't
what?
pleasant.
In Stuttgart, Germany, on past barracks, dog, we was on base in the bunkers, the old German Hitler bunkers over there. Look here, 90 degrees in Germany, no AC,
Shit. Nah,
no
dog.
AC
I don't
at
know what's going on
all.
in Germany.
No,
Nah,
I'm talking about this.
They got some
I'm
thick
talking,
nuts over there, though.
man, fuck them girls. Man, I'm like, man, what the AC at?
that's how I was. I was like, where the fuck is heat at?
Fuck that.
Fucking
Hey,
radiator ain't doing shit.
man,
I can't do it now, though, man. When I was young, though,
no way,
we
dog.
had
Nope.
this. No,
Let me
we
get
had this little
get back
place
to the
down
ship.
in Tokyo. We had this little building. It was a building,
Yeah,
like an office building, right? That it was like for lease, but they didn't have. They might have one person. It was like a 20-room building with maybe one tenant, and
yeah.
leave it up to Americans, right? We had kicked the window in, kicked the door in, and dudes had sleeping bags already left in there. They had food. Um,
Oh man.
um, no, you go to okay, you get off, say that you ain't got to come back to the ship till Sunday.
Yeah, you get
You go to
liberty for what, a
Tokyo.
couple of
Yeah, you go
days
to
or whatever.
Tokyo, and then they show you where to go. They say, no, man, go right. Okay, go up here, go. All right, no, right here, man. So, man, this is an abandoned building. Yeah, man, you ain't gotta pay for this. So you good, man. You can cook right here. Look right here. You can hit
Oh
your
now see
phone
you
up.
talking about you talking about money and electricity. Always
No,
take
no, 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 no. You can
precedence.
plug your phone up. Electricity was on.
No, no, but what I'm saying is money and electricity will always take precedence over AC.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, brother, it was Americans. They basically found a place for other Americans. Bro, you got ships going out for 6 months, coming back. You got people in and out
Mm-hmm.
of that area. They're telling you, okay, if you come here and you
Mm-hmm.
downtown and you don't want to go back, you want to stay here till Sunday or stay here till
Right.
Monday,
Yep.
crash out here, man. If you don't get you a girl, come here
Crash
and
out.
crash out. Heat up your
Already.
phone, eat you some food, sleep, and then
Yeah.
you can go over here. Now
Hmm.
you can go plenty of places. You wash up, put on your club clothes,
And they have
and
running water in there?
you can buy bottled water. I'm trying to think because I stayed there. I'm trying to think. Now I ain't never looked for no water, man. I just needed my phone heated up. I needed the things that I needed. It was there. It would be
Yeah.
other dudes would come in. They were all military. You ain't know these people. They would come
Yeah.
in. They
Oh
would
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah, yeah,
crash.
yeah.
One
Already.
gonna come in.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, bro? What's up? Hey, I'm good. You good, bro? Over here, over there. Who shit is? Hey, nah, man, it's left there, man. But you leave it.
A
Yeah, just
hot
don't mess
cot
with it.
get to
It's just
moving.
somebody can know
Yeah.
somebody left a sleep bag. Yeah, it's okay, man. Yeah, crash out. Motherfucker gonna man, motherfucker get in
Right,
that bag,
right,
man. I swear within 10 minutes. Motherfucker
right.
sleep, bro. I'm not talking. Motherfucker was out. Motherfucker was exhausted, bro. And then they didn't have to go all the way back to the ship, get on the base, get on the boat, change clothes, go to now they could do it there, get up, do that, and still be already downtown, and then to go where they're trying to go. And your
But
Right.
money
that's
and
the
stuff, you
thing,
had that
though.
on you. You had that on you. So your money was in your pocket. So ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody gonna come over. I mean, nobody did it to me. I certainly didn't do anybody. I don't know. I'm just gonna say nobody, but anybody trying to rob you, man.
But look though, I ain't gonna lie though. When I joined the military back in '03, hey, I ain't gonna lie. This is the most I've had like strangers like help me out. I know my profile picture I look a little bright, but I'm not. I'm pretty dark, and it don't matter. If they I ain't gonna lie. They were white, black, Mexican. It don't matter. It's a whole big old family, and that's how it's America. That's how America's supposed to be, dog. It shouldn't be based on race. Yeah, you can disagree with, you know what I'm talking
That's your
about, but
boy. That's Trump's fault.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to think about it. At that point, it was a us against them kind of thing, right?
so
Because
what
everybody was looking at anybody that had an Arabic look to them like suspicious. So it was a us against, like, all right, man, because
That's Trump's fault. No,
because
we're
before
divided
nine
because
eleven, everybody used to chop it up with the Arabic dude in the mall to get a
but see
discount on their jewelry.
but
But
see
after that, it was kind of like you ain't fucking with them no more.
it was when it's
So it's
in
kind of
when
like
it's
racism, isn't it?
it was
Yeah,
when it's it
break
was when
exactly
it's
racism. Yeah.
it was when his internet started hitting, because the internet really ain't come out till the iPhone came out in '09, '10, 10.
I
All
mean,
that
that
Like
was
like
happening
information.
way before the internet was even really popular and stuff like that. People have prejudice regardless of internet.
Yep.
well, I mean, they had prejudice, but it wasn't as bad as it is now, bro. Like
because
I'd
of Trump, brother.
it's
I'd
insane.
argue that racism was worse before the internet.
Well,
People get
it
this.
wasn't. Hold up, and you wouldn't know.
Come
Nah,
on,
You
I
are
agree.
Garris.
millennial. Hold up, you are
Garris, don't
millennial or
come on,
whatever.
No,
Garris.
it
You're a
wasn't,
millennial.
dog.
Can
No, it
you
You
was
mute him?
wouldn't
not.
know because
No,
you
it was
weren't even
not.
around back then. You was too
Okay,
young.
so
You was too young. You don't know,
How
bro. Don't even go
how
there.
when was he
are
No,
born?
you
no, it wasn't. It has never. The internet has made things way worse.
Way worse. The
okay?
AI bullshit.
Like you just seem to be good at blowing hot air. There's history
Oh,
books
here
that
you
are
go.
available that tells you
No,
what
no, no, no,
happened
no.
before the internet, dude.
No. Okay, I'll give you an example. When that TV came out, the television, when everybody got that television back in the 50s and 60s, yeah,
Mhm.
that's when everything started to decline back in the 50s and
Yeah,
60s, man.
Now,
But
if anything,
people,
we became closer. The way the way the country was, they used social influence, I guess, to bring us
yeah,
together.
people.
Yeah, no. Our communications were used to bring us together. So our television, our movies, our radio, it was within it was a desire to bring us together, not apart.
yeah. That's why I would argue that we are not as much in a racist time as people say we are. The internet and the
Oh,
TV
And
brought us
you,
more
brother,
together
listen to
than
me. You Gen X, right?
no.
You millennial.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. Why now hold on, why does that bother you? I don't get that. So you hold up, you're gonna send me an insult. Look, brother, listen to me, brother. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know,
What's
man.
the
That's
point
all
of
I'm trying
having
to
me
tell
on
you,
this
brother.
channel if you're just going to talk over me and be
You
gaslighting?
wouldn't know.
Garris,
I
come
Why
would.
on,
can't you
man.
just
Okay,
accept that?
Oh,
This clap MO,
but
man.
you,
let
I'm not gonna sit up here and listen to that. But what the fuck would you know, bro? You weren't even born. Fuck you gonna tell me
Damn,
you
what
Travis.
wasn't
year?
born. He gonna tell me people who was born about when they were born. He wasn't even born.
This is Garris in like his 20s, man. So he wasn't around
And
for
so
that
it's a
shit.
goddamn millennial or
Oh
something.
shit. That's my
yeah, man.
son, man.
What type of weird ass logic is this? George Washington didn't exist because I wasn't born when he was available. What type of stupid ass logic is this, dude? We have history books for a reason. We know what happened. You technically wasn't born before the internet, Plat.
I wasn't.
You wasn't. How old are you? I almost
Well,
guarantee you aren't above the age of 45.
if you're
Let's see,
31, Plat, you
26.
definitely wasn't born.
The internet was the internet. Let's give it 2005, which is way low. So that's what 21 years
No, the
ago.
internet existed before that. It just wasn't the internet as we see it.
It was like I'll say it was like 99.
Okay,
My
99. So that
partner,
makes it
but
25
like
years old. So
when
I
you
was
pick up
born.
when you
I
pick up
was
the phone
born
and the
before
internet
the
go
internet.
out.
Nah, World
How old are
Wide
you, Plat?
Web came out before that, man. Let's see. When was the World Wide Web? Let me
You're
research.
looking at around
It was
2007. No.
it
See,
was
hold up.
prevalent.
No,
It
because you're
wasn't
talking about
prevalent.
94. You're talking about 94, 95. Wasn't nobody on the internet like that. There was only geeks on it.
Hell nah.
And first of all, PCs. Most people couldn't afford a PC, a personal computer.
So
No.
so so
No.
so technically, the internet was made in the 1970s. So
But
again,
no. We're talking about
so,
when it was prevalent, when it was
Yeah,
accessible to
I mean,
everybody, when
even
it
then,
was cheap.
that still
When
would
it
not
was
deny
cheap.
what I said.
You talking about when
That
it's
still would
cheap?
not deny what I said. When
you
the
know what,
internet was,
bro? You know what? We trying to learn. You up here just talking, bro.
No.
yeah,
Let him.
I know.
Okay, the
He said when the
military
internet.
created the internet, but it was not readily available for just the average Joe Schmo.
Right.
So we don't need to have, why would you even say something like that? And then when you talk about PCs, most people couldn't afford a PC. When you say 1993, 94, you got to have a personal computer. That's about PC, personal computer about $3,000, bro.
Yeah.
They were
I
not
mean,
cheap.
it was
Yeah, it
made
was.
available in 93, but it probably went until 5 or so years afterwards until it was,
Yeah,
Like
made on that.
in
99,
Yeah,
people's
90,
you had the
90,
homes.
floppy. We talking about floppy
99.
drives in
Yeah.
'93. You paying 3,000 for a floppy drive where you can put 10 one photo from your wedding on. That's about it. One or two photos.
Okay, I can go
Because
far
we
back
didn't
to
have the
where
technology to, no, it
I
just
remember
wasn't
we
there.
got our family computer in 97. I remember getting that junk for Christmas.
the CD, the AOL, the American Online
Yep.
Web, the
Had a little,
CD.
yep.
Yeah,
We got it
exactly.
in
That's when it was.
nine
That's when
seven
it
for
was
Christmas,
available
boy. Thought we
already.
was doing
That's
something. We
yeah.
was probably one of the first families
Mm-hmm.
on the block with it. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
thought we was doing
Mm-mm-mm.
something. Cause they ain't even had them shits in school yet. They ain't
Mm-hmm.
even had computers in
My whole
school.
point still stand of like if the internet didn't probably exist, we'd probably be in the worst state because I'd argue that it helped us out with a lot of our prejudice and stuff like that because we aren't able to interact with as many people as we used to. Like people keep making the statement that we are racist as we are racist as we always was, but again, we aren't in a place in time where people are in chains and in slavery. We're not in a place in time where people are committing as many hate crimes. So, like, obviously, just that. I mean, you think it's funny, but that's literally the case. That's not. It doesn't happen. Like, okay, you could argue in other areas. It's probably pretty worse. But we are particularly talking about the West here, and we're talking about Trump. So when it comes to the West, we are probably the most progressive society that exists right now. Is it perfect? Far from it. But we are not in a space to where I'd argue we were as racist as before. Like I mean, do I have to go down the list of the stuff that happened
No,
before?
you don't, brother. We believe you. Listen, Trump
Yeah, please don't.
and his BS, what he's doing to Doris Miller is ridiculous.
I
He's
have to
replacing
verify
this
that. I
brother.
have to verify that. I'm gonna go research that, see if he's really
Yeah,
trying to block
please
that
do,
because
brother.
I
Please
I
do.
I, I truly and honestly don't believe that
I know you don't,
because
because you like
I
Trump.
don't. Yeah, I like that nigga,
I
man.
know you do.
I mean he.
So is that
Look.
your
Nada.
daddy? Is that your daddy?
$15
Hell
gas.
no, hell
Hell nah,
no,
bro.
hell. I know my dad, dog. Hell
Okay.
no, hell no. I grew up with my dad, dog.
Power be
No,
to you. I mean, I honestly think for the my opinion is usually the people I know that are black that like Trump's seem to only like him because he just gives them more benefits when it comes to like businesses and tax loans. I mean, I don't know why I've always seen that, but like maybe I'm wrong about you. I don't know you in the candidate, but it seems like
well,
everybody I knew.
I like Trump because he's about the military and fortifying and preserving motherfucking damn America, bro. Like that, like what, like what's so
Hold
wrong with
on,
that?
man. The
And get them
cap,
whole ass
bruh.
illegals out of here. Get them
Man.
illegal. Get them
Now you
What
know
motherfuckers.
damn
Get them
well
whole
Trump don't
ass
care
illegals
about
out
the
of here.
military, man. You know
that's just
Trump don't
prejudice as
care about
hell,
the
man. Somebody
military,
from getting
man.
illegals out of here, like that's.
Yeah, that's not prejudice. They're illegal. Get them niggas out of here.
I mean, not all of them are illegals, and then if somebody's illegal, that doesn't mean that. Does that mean that they need to be deported every time they're illegal? They can't work their way into
Yes,
citizenship.
yes.
Okay,
Get them out.
that's wild.
If it's illegal, get them out. Fuck that. My kid, I go back. I go back 6 generations, 17, 1800s. I know my family lineage. Yeah, I grew up in the projects in the hood in Galveston. I knew my dad. My dad was, you know what I'm saying, it's the 80s, you know what I'm saying, drugs and stuff like that. but I still honor and respected my dad because that's my dad. You know what I'm saying? Not, but also he taught me a lot of things. He taught me a lot, and I honor and I respect my dad. Point
Okay,
blank period. Even though
I got a
he
question.
was on drugs, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't knock a man for protecting his house. And that's what we put him here for. Black niggas just like
Man, that
me
man
from
ain't
the
protecting.
hood.
He not protecting, bro. He's
Yeah, like
selling us to the highest
let me get
bidder,
this straight,
man.
right?
He
So
ain't
what is
protecting us.
okay? So let me get this straight. In your analogy, Trump is protecting his house, so to speak, right?
No,
Okay. So
our house. He protecting, and I'm protecting. I'm right there with his ass, right there.
okay, so
Man,
what negative things that happen when illegals come here? Like, what are they doing that is so bad?
You didn't see all the murders and all of that crazy
that's
Murders.
shit
hap-
in the
that
illegal.
happening regardless, man.
Yeah, that happened regardless. We kill.
With or
I
without
mean, I'm sorry. We
illegals.
unalive each other more than the illegals do.
So what? Why would you want more murder
Why would I
when
want
we already?
more?
Why would
Why
you
would I
want
want? Okay,
more when
first
we
off.
already doing it ourselves? You want more of
Okay,
it?
first off, the idea that we are increasing the number of unalive that's happening in America with illegals is retarded because that happens regardless, and we have some of the highest unalive rates regardless of who's coming in or out of America. I don't. I mean, first off, I'd argue where you're getting your stats from because the number
I didn't state a stat. I
yeah,
never
yeah, yeah.
stated a stat.
Well, I'm sorry. I'd argue where you're getting this.
I lived it. So
Okay, well, let me rephrase that. I'd argue that your lived experience as a
hmm
totality does not add up that much when it comes to lethality rates, when it comes to illegals, because it's not that much.
yeah, because they're a smaller percentage because they're fucking illegal. We're
I mean,
13%.
well, that would make my
We're
point even
13 to
further.
14% of America. Black
Well,
people
that
are
would make
13
my
to
point even
14%.
further.
But why would you want more of it? They killed a black girl over there, and damn illegal killed a black girl over there
Yes,
on the
but
East
you
Coast.
understand that.
Hey,
Yeah,
you don't
okay.
care. You don't care, right? Oh,
Yeah, I
you don't
mean,
give a
we
damn. You
just
don't give a
went
shit.
okay. See, so he asked me a question, and now he's answering himself. This is what somebody who's defensive does. So if we literally just came to the agreement that illegals are small, and most of the illegals are not
Right.
even really like going lethal rate when it comes to most people, then why
Okay.
are we making it a big deal? Because we know most of
Because
the
why
time
would you want to add more to it? It doesn't matter what race they kill or
when
whatever
you
they do.
okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
okay,
don't
you
hold on,
said
hold on. Yeah, and Elam, don't say the K word, but
Oh,
um,
my fault, my
yeah,
fault.
yeah, yeah.
Why would you want to
But
delete
no,
more?
he's right,
mhm.
Gas, he's right. If they wasn't here, they would have
It
zero.
wouldn't have happened.
So,
Get them out.
and the thing about it,
That's
the thing
dumb.
about it,
That's false.
you can prevent them because they're not supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So
no, okay,
that means
you
hold up.
can,
So
but
whatever they
again,
do, no. If it's one person and one's too many,
One is
that's
too
enough
many.
because they shouldn't be here. That's the
They
thing.
shouldn't have been in
okay,
the first
so
place.
but you understand that when you say certain stuff like that, that just kind of gives people leeway to be like, okay, well,
What
let me
people? What
go
people?
over.
They don't need
Uh,
permission to be racist or they
it's
don't
not
need it from
racist.
me.
It's not racist. I'm
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
protecting.
if you, I'm saying,
You
let me
can
finish.
you know what, bruh, come, don't do that. Don't stop. Just stop.
Don't do
Damn.
the thing I
Where's?
didn't say,
Stop, Gas. Stop. Just stop.
Oh my
man.
damn,
Flat, you
bro.
was a
That's
premium
crazy.
gaslighter,
No,
cuz.
don't do that. Please don't do what you. I know what you finna go with. Don't do
You
that.
say you know, but I haven't said anything.
I know what you finna say. Don't do that.
Okay,
They
why? Why?
shouldn't be here. In full stop.
Hold on,
Why do you do this thing,
Plat.
Plat?
Let
I
me
know
ask
why
him
you
this,
do it,
Plat.
Plat. You're not going to tell me why you do it, but why do you do this
Are
thing?
you?
Plat.
I'm
Let me
trying to
ask him
save you,
this.
brother. Go ahead,
Let me
Elam.
ask him this. Let me
Let
ask
Elam
him
talk.
this.
Go
Let me
ahead.
ask him this. So, who life is more valuable? The person
Whose life
inside
is
of
more
your house?
valuable?
No. Who life is more valuable? The whatever house or whoever house you go to. When you're inside of that house and you know everybody inside of that house, whose life is more valuable? The person trying to break in or the people inside the house? Which one?
I mean, if you're doing that scenario, it's if it's my house, it's more valuable to me because it's me.
Oh,
But
the people inside of the house,
yeah,
not you.
I mean,
No, I don't give
that's
a fuck about. No, this is how men think. We protecting the people inside of the house.
I. So okay, so I'm glad you said that. I don't. subscribe to this barbarian barbarian like mindset of just because it's my house and somebody comes in that
You own the
if we're
house. You own the house.
yeah,
They
yeah.
own. They
Okay,
break
so
in.
I know what you're relating it to. You're not specifically talking about my house. You're not talking about somebody coming into your
In
property.
general, in
You're talking,
general, in general, in general, in
yeah.
hypothetical,
You're talking
hypothetical.
about
Yeah,
you're using that as an allegory for people entering
not an
America.
allegory. It's
Obviously,
hypothetical. It's not an allegory. It's
I mean
hypothetical. Are you
it's a
gonna protect the
hypothetical.
people
Okay,
inside?
but I
Are you gonna protect the people inside of your house, or
yeah,
are you gonna let the guy come in, take, pillage, kill whoever? Delete whoever they want.
I would protect the people in the house. Okay,
What about the person
so
outside the house trying to get in? What you gonna do to him?
I probably would unalive them. But here's the thing:
Okay,
what you're doing is
probably.
yeah,
You're not doing it in good faith.
If
This
there's
is not good
if there's
faith.
a certain
It's not
like
good
man,
faith.
okay, dude, stop jumping to conclusions. Let me finish. I know what you're
It's not
trying
good
to do, but
faith. It's not good faith.
you're doing it very
Hold on.
poorly.
You have a wife and
My thing
kids?
is,
You have a wife and
okay,
kids? I
you go
do.
ahead.
I
I
do.
won't speak
I
since
do.
you want
I
to.
do. I have a wife
Hey,
and kids, and
look,
I will. You
Okay,
know what I'm talking about?
all
okay,
I
so
got to
now that
say,
you
let me say this, man. Somebody in the chat put USS BB Netanyahu. That's crazy as fuck, man.
that's well,
Like, come on, man. That's some wild
but
shit.
here's the
That'll
thing.
never
You're
happen. But
like let me
BB
get back to what he's
Netanyahu.
saying. What he's doing is saying if I say yes and I'm therefore agreeing with him when it's not actually the case. If somebody breaks into my house, I said probably. I didn't say it's a foregone conclusion that I actually unalive somebody breaking into my house. I would hope the best case scenario is either they leave or maybe I have to unalive them. But that's not a
how they
foregone
gonna?
conclusion. So
So the
you equating that to me not being a man is again very flawed because that's not my intention to go out. I mean, to have somebody in like, okay, let's just say we're in a scenario. My
you can't
best
twist
course,
it.
no. My best course of action is to always
You trying to
unalive somebody.
twist it. You
So
trying to
on
twist it.
top of that, you made a false equivalence. What you're trying to do is you're trying to equate that to illegals. Illegals coming into America. I don't own America, so they're not technically entering my house. Trump doesn't own
What
America. He's the president, but he doesn't own America.
the people
So
own America?
so
What are you
the
talking about?
idea that illegals are coming here and they're invading your space because they're illegal and stuff like that. So therefore, you should ship them back. I would argue that that's if you're using that type of logic, you're using the same type of logic that most people who are in higher positions when it comes to the government and the police do when it comes to high traffic crime areas. Let me lock up a
It
whole bunch of
doesn't matter.
people.
I don't give a damn
Let
if
me
it's a middle class or a lower class citizen making
you might
money.
not, but I can understand that's the
But
flaw with the statement.
there's not a flaw. I just told you I grew up in the projects. I've lived it, bro. What are you talking about? If
I
somebody
heard what you
comes,
said.
man,
It
bro,
was
man, bro, are you a
yeah, that
feminine
may not
dude, ain't
not
you?
an
You
insult to start coming.
I,
My thing is you
it's not an insult, but I'm listening to
no
you.
no no
I don't know
don't
what you're looking like. I don't know what you
I
look like.
listen. I don't look. Listen, I'm going to stop you right there. I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to do the same thing everybody else does. I'm not trying to insult, but let me insult you to your face. I know what
No,
you're
no, no,
trying
no, no,
to
no.
do.
No. So if somebody punch you in your face, they get in your, then they punch you. What you gonna do when they punch you in your face?
I'm gonna punch you
What you
back.
gonna do? Okay, then.
Okay.
That's the same scenario I put up with your
It is.
house.
It is not.
What
That
are
is
you?
a false. That
Yes,
is a
it
false
is.
equivalent.
Yes, it
That is a false
is. Your
equivalent.
body. So your body is not your house. Then you don't care about your body. Just let the nigga
No,
punch you in your face. What you
it's
gonna
a
do?
false
Walk away?
equivalent.
You
Okay.
gonna walk
So
away
let
if somebody punch you in the face? You gonna just walk
ask that
away?
same
You
question
ain't
again.
gonna.
Ask the same question again.
If a dude walk up, hey, how you doing, man? Bow, hit you in your shit in your face. What you gonna do?
Okay, I punch him back. Okay, now what was you
Where
saying
you gonna
after
punch
that?
him at? Where you gonna punch him at?
Probably punch him in his face.
All right,
So when
then. All right, that's the
okay,
same thing, bro. You just
it's the same
conceded.
thing as what?
You just conceded and you don't even know it. No, so
Okay,
you gonna wait for it to come up to your
yeah,
doorstep.
this dude is
You gonna
counting
wait for the
chickens and
you gonna
and
wait
he's
for the
talking in
illegal.
circles.
You gonna wait for the
So
illegal to come up to your doorstep, knocking
dude,
on your door, and then
enough
break
of these
down your door.
scenarios. Tell me
That's
what
crazy
you
as hell.
said after I said yes. Okay, we don't have to just talk in circles. What did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
say after I said yes?
I say you just conceded. It's the same
I just
scenario as the
conceded.
how. It's
How?
the same scenario as the house.
HOW.
Your body
How
is
did
not
I
your house.
concede?
Is your body not your personal space or your house? What is your
I mean,
body?
it's my
What is your
personal space.
face?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
is your
So
Is
how
your
is that
house
me
not your space?
conceding?
Is your house not your space?
It
You
is.
can't you can't protect your house.
I
You're
can
not gonna
protect my
protect
house.
your house.
I will protect my house. So
Right
I'm
then, we
again. How did
agree.
I
We agree.
concede?
We agree with that. We agree with
Okay.
that.
So
Okay.
we can agree that I didn't concede.
So what I'm saying is you're gonna let it metastasize and let it get bigger until it comes to your front door, huh?
No, that's not what it means. I don't understand how me if we're using a scenario that you're coming from, right? If I'm talking about protecting my house,
Oh
why
man.
would, why would people come into America basically be the equivalent of them coming up to my front door, waiting for them to break
They're
into my house?
illegal, man. Do
Yes,
you check
you
people?
understand.
Do you know who
Okay.
do you know who's in your house right now?
Yeah.
Do you know who's in
Okay.
your house? Do you gotta make sure who they is and that you gonna let a stranger come in your house and sleep and eat
Okay.
your food
We'll do it
and
this
do all
way because
that?
I'm not a fan of just the chirping and stuff like that. Say what you got to say. And then
That's what
once
I'm
you're done,
saying. That's what I'm
tell
saying.
me, no. Say what you got to say, like get it all out. And then tell me when you're done, and then I'll respond.
Okay, so you're gonna let a random person off the street, different skin tone, everything. It's gonna be the same skin tone, be from Africa, whatever. You're gonna let them come in your house, kick their feet up and eat your food, and this is my house now. You gonna let them do that? And I'm done. I'm done.
You
I'm
done?
done right
Okay.
there. Okay, go ahead.
So I got more than just an answer for that one. The answer is
See,
no,
man, that's some
obviously.
bullshit, bro.
So, I mean, I just said, say what you got to say, get it all out. So, are you not done? Do you need to speak more?
Go ahead. Yeah, you treat me like a child, even though I'm twice
Okay.
your age.
Okay. So,
Go ahead.
you said what you got to say. Now, I'm going to say more than just an answer. The answer is
Okay.
no. And also, if
Mhm.
we're talking about a situation when it comes to actual illegals, right? The idea that somebody illegally came into the US does not inherently mean that they are bad people. There's a reason why there's so many illegals in the US because a lot of the times their country is pretty bad. America
So
is
what?
bad, but it's not to that level of worse. Like there's some areas in Mexico where people are making less than $2 an hour. There's some areas in Mexico where people are
You're
getting
speaking the obvious right now.
okay.
Just
Are
to
you
let you
not
know.
done?
Just to let
Do
you know,
you
you're speaking the obvious.
okay? You speak. I'll be silent. Go ahead, get it out.
We're well traveled men. Don't nobody want to hear your rant, man. You just ranting. Bro, what are you talking about? You speaking the obvious. Hell no, I don't want no motherfuckers coming over here. We don't want nobody coming over here kicking their feet up in our house and eating our food and goddamn taking our cars and robbing and stealing and deleting. No. You ain't say nothing when I said the black girl, they found out it was illegal, they caught her. The black girl on the East Coast. And there was another white girl just running, jogging, doing a morning jog. She was a nurse. Deleted her. Like, bro, come on, bro. And then we don't know who in here that's illegal. Man, bro, I don't give a damn if you've been here for 30 years and you still ain't get your papers. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. Because your kids is flawed and you flawed. You never assimilated to the
If I
Christian
go to,
values. You never assimilated to the culture, the values. You don't even know what a damn barbecue is or a cookout. Or
if
let's
I
go to
go,
let's hole. They don't even know what a hole in the wall is. Fuck out
Elam,
of here. Get out of here.
Elam, if I
Yeah.
go to China, if I go to, I'm in my fault, Thailand, and then I sneak, or into Vietnam or something like that, I sneak in one of the countries
Shit.
around that's close to it. I got
Yeah.
no paperwork,
Like
no,
Laos or something like that.
yeah, I'm sneaking to Laos. I got no paperwork.
Yeah.
I got no passport. I'm not on nothing.
Yeah.
They not see America's different, right? We know under Trump he said send them back, but I'm telling you, man, them countries over there,
Man, they
they've
will
never
delete
been like
your
that. No,
ass,
no,
dog.
no.
They will delete
They've never been like that. When it came to
ever.
immigration, you gotta have your paperwork. It ain't gonna be you can stay here because you don't start no trouble.
Already. Look at
You don't start
Poland.
no
Look at
trouble.
Poland.
Oh, you in love. You fell in love with one of the citizens. Oh, we forgive you. It's okay. No, man,
Mm-mm.
you gone.
Mm-mm.
The
Mm-mm.
day they catch you, they throwing you out. You got to
They
go
getting
through the
rid of the
whole process.
marriage.
They don't play that. They've never been like America.
And then they
Never.
gonna go back. They're gonna go back when you got married. Oh, you was illegal when you got married. Get the fuck out. They
Yeah.
gonna take your wife and take. That's what America do right now. If your wife is if your wife if they deem your wife illegal before the marriage, before y'all got what I'm talking about, get out. Husband stay, wife go back to your country.
And
And
people get,
you still ain't get your papers?
people get divorced, right? So I go to Thailand and I get
Already.
married to a citizen, and I want to open up a hair salon
A
or something
business or
like that.
something.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
a couple
yeah,
of.
yeah.
I got two barbers. I got four people doing hair. I don't network
Already.
with the foreigners saying, "Hey, we're Americans. We take care of your hair. We Black Americans. We take care." So we got a nice little.
Already.
We got about 30 customers off and on. So
Mm-hmm.
we doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're together. We have a kid, and then boom, she sleep with somebody else. So I filed divorce. That country set up that all you have stays.
Oh yeah. You can't take that.
They
You
got
can't
it
take
all.
that.
No, it's already in her name. Everything's in her name. Your kids stay. All you can
Yeah.
do is just leave. You don't get
And
nothing.
already. See, but homeboy, he's so what do you call it? He think he's intellectual and well read, but
Brainwashed. It's
we
called
lived it.
brainwashed.
We lived it and seen it. Like, bro,
Mhm.
them dudes do come back, the passport, bro, come back, bring their girl back.
Well, I don't know about them,
And,
but some dudes
well,
do
you know what I'm
bring
talking
back.
about. They
Well,
bring them back,
no,
and
I
then the
don't know.
wife,
I don't know. You don't. You gotta know what I'm talking about. I don't know
yeah,
about them, but a lot of dudes do bring women back.
yeah, they bring them back. They
Yeah.
import, so they import women, their wives. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
the
My,
unfortunate
my
happens.
A lot
Oh,
of them niggas be standing on the wall, man.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
They be looking at niggas.
mm-hmm.
They be in there
Already
getting drunk.
getting toe up and getting man. Come on, man.
well, I would like to say something. I think the whole idea that just because you lived it, it's not a good enough reason to support what you're saying because that's what fear mongering does. It's like saying I seen personally the way these people. I've seen these people. Like I'm saying, holding up air quotes. I've seen the way
Yeah,
illegals act, so therefore they are a threat to society. Stats don't prove that. Like not even really close. Like they take up such a small
let me.
percentage of actual unaliving, lethality rates, like stealing stuff like that. Most of the stuff like that Trump and like a lot
It's
of these political like right wing talking heads like have tried to sell you, it's false. The overwhelming
okay.
majority of time
Oh shit.
when it comes down to illegals, most of the time they actually a little bit more beneficial to societies because for some odd reason there's this
Yo.
weird law. There's this weird law to where like I guess because governments will actually have certain fundings for illegals and stuff like that or people that are like foreign to the country, they will actually get that money back. I don't know the whole ins and outs of it. I think I read about it. I just can't explain it to you. I'll just keep it at that. But they actually benefit society a little bit more because of course they get those I'll just call them write-offs. um,
Uh,
yeah,
I don't.
because to
Yeah,
help to help,
they get the
yeah,
tax
they get
ID
like a
number.
certain paycheck to like give to foreign people and illegals, right? They don't detriment to the
So
society
you
that
so so
people.
you so you agree with slavery then?
Mm,
No,
That's what it is.
mm.
They're not
what?
getting paid. They're not getting paid right.
They're not getting paid, right? Yes, I think that should be resolved.
So do they
But
have to get
when
paid
did
under
I
the table?
agree to slavery? I'm confused.
That is the definition of slave labor, dog.
What's the
So
definition of slave
so
labor?
you, so you import. Okay, you take a person that came in illegally, give them a job,
Okay,
you pay them under the table. Don't you know that undercut your future kids and my kids that are already living right now, my 19 to 17-year-old, that undercuts.
okay.
That's why my sons right now they've applied, but I'm I'm I, I'm very well off. Hey, go to McDonald's. And it's a 34-year-old illegal working at McDonald's or a 34-year-old cutting grass, illegal cutting grass. taking
Well,
all the lawns.
I'm familiar with the grass. I'm not familiar with illegals in
Because
McDonald's.
you
I'm not,
absolutely need some social security card or something like that. But but
I didn't know
No, no,
here's
no,
my
no, no.
thing.
I
were
mean,
hiring.
the way life works, my sons are supposed to replace me and another man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a senior engineer, and I want them to be on above my level. You know what I mean? I want them to be above my level. The way life works is like a chain. When I die, my sons are supposed to replace me, or your son, or Platt's son, or Darian's son. His son, their son, your sons are supposed to replace me. But we're stripping that from our sons by letting these motherfuckers come in and having babies, dog. You don't. It's bigger than what you think. It's bigger than what you think. And then now the American kids giving up hope and taking themselves and deleting themselves because they can't find a damn job right straight out of college.